Hello, everyone.
Unless.
We're back for another evening of D&D. We're Not Great RPG, and we're, as I said, here for another evening of D&D.
Birds aren't real.
They're very real.
Did I mention who we were? What we're doing?
Yeah.
Maybe if I just keep saying it, we'll never have to play.
I'm stalling.
Thank you, Mike.
Oh no.
Thank you, Mike,
for
the recurring meme. We're gonna go around the table and introduce ourselves.
We're here for another night of D&D.
We're here for another night of D&D. I'm Don, and tonight I'll be playing Ether Revia, the Grave Domain Cleric. I'm also not Lawrence, just in case.
I am Lawrence, and I'll be playing Yalumla. And I'm also not Lawrence?
He's finally not Lawrence. I'm still Paul, and I play Felix Gray.
How Lawrence are you, though?
Oh, I'm not Lawrence.
Good.
On a scale of 1 to Lawrence, I am not. But I am Glenn, and I play Vorst.
Last I checked, I'm Chell. I'll be playing Thariel.
I'm Sarah. I'm not Lawrence. I'm not Paul, Glenn, or Chell either.
But are you Don?
No, actually.
Unless.
I'm on to you.
No.
I'm Largrim, and I play
Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry.
No, you're done!
I'll stop now.
I'm playing retard. I'm actually not DJ either, so.
Sorry, it took a lot of brain work to make this happen. I am Largrim, and I'm playing Nescence.
What?
Yep.
I'm glad I don't show mercy. For exactly this reason.
He's first, right?
Yeah.
Next person to get triple crit, right?
Yeah. There's only 2 on you. And the 17 is my major injury table. But
Well, it felt like 3.
It felt like 3 for sure. Yeah, I'm John. I am the Dungeon Master for the City of Oshuamp. Coming back into the midst of a not very wonderful time for a group of adventurers out here. Having successfully arrived at Melithel and Melices, we picked up last week in the midst of Riorda's transformation into the horrifying demon that was being grown inside of him. Having already been in the midst of grappling Vorst, the creature stood, ran over towards the trees, and promptly lowered its head and decapitated Vorst with its enormous tusks along his jawline, shredding him right around the upper portion of his torso, and then letting his body and lifeless form fall to the snow below him. Everybody gathered together to attempt to assail this horrific demon with everything we possibly had at our disposal, resulting in a bout of paralysis from Thariel, and then a series of intense blows from Arthur and companions. Eventually, though, concluding with Melice recognizing the impending doom, and pretty strong probability that multiple people beyond Vorst would as well die, chose instead to banish said creature back to its plane of origin. We then spent a very long, very tense, arduous time reassembling as best as we could all of the physical and spiritual pieces of our good friend Vorst back together. We did indeed put Humpty Dumpty back together again. Finally resulting with Ether unifying his heartbeat and his spirit with Vorst to pull him back from the Ether and give Vorst again another chance at life. During his comatose state, we all gathered once again, pretty beleaguered and exhausted after the very difficult experience with Vorst's death. Come back over to the fireside and try to enjoy a brief reprieve as we commence the discussion on whether or not we make any efforts to do so for Riorda. Melice offering the opportunity to conclude the spell banish before the time of the spell's duration reaches its natural conclusion, to bring the demon back and attempt to kill it. We recognize that it is probably not the best thing, and that she then warns us, should it come back here naturally, if it decides the spell, that this is still the home plane, the creature would return at the exact spot from where she banished it. Yalumlo and Felix, having recently explored much more when it comes to the ethereal plane, with Blink and the spiritual walking as instructed and observed through Ether, see over in the area in which the large demon was banished a small, shrinking, what looked like a fellstone, comparable to the shape of an actual D20. Yalimlo, in the midst of his blinks, prepares to grab said stone as it gets smaller and smaller, looking quite literally like 1/12 of the size of it was previously. Does so successfully, snatches the stone from the ethereal plane, dragging it back with him to the material, and brings it over to Vorst. Ether puts the celestial eye over Vorst, allowing him to look at the stone at the recommendation of Arthur, and sees inside of the stone a small wolf howling as it is enveloped by a large full moon behind him in defiance, and shatters the stone, the spirit of Rearda enveloping the moon-touch sword. And then, tragically, because when it rains it pours, Arthur, in his efforts to console and comfort Vorst over the recent terrible experience he had, pulls his gun and says, "They never leave you," and the chamber begins to spin, and time begins to stop for all of us, before screeching to a halt, as Vorst locks eyes with Arthur, who says, as Vorst thinks to himself aloud, well, in his head, which Arthur can very clearly understand, "Why?" Arthur Hartwood says, "I asked you to bring me back something dark, and boy did you impress," and takes a step towards Melisy, the chamber of the gun still spinning. That's where we're getting to pick up. Now, for the sake of clarity, quite genuinely, for everyone, including you, Sarah, despite being a bit more 40 to 50-ish feet away, are in the midst of the spell time stuff. I am going to say, for my narrative purposes, that you are capable, obviously, of seeing the things in front of you as they still are moving, but for you, you are rendered outside of time. Immobilized, effectively. Arthur Hartwood, with the chamber of his gun still spinning, takes a step towards Melisy, who is standing there, quite innocently, blissfully unaware, as this person has been only recently introduced to her. And Arthur looks at the barrel of his gun and simply begins to say, "Long ago, I too was an ordinary man.
I know, sir.
Governed by reason and faith, on the path for our salvation. What I failed to see was the darkness converging around us, choking all light." He looks at the chamber of the gun as it shines with an eerie glow. Or so I thought. How long have shadows walked beside us? How long have we trusted light to keep them at bay? No more shall I place my faith in the machinations of fickle mortals. He absolutely would point the gun at Melisy. I've heard there are no heroes in Oshuamp. And his eyes slowly move around all of you. Service, even in ignorance, holds equal purpose. You've done your part well. Wicked creatures butchered, blood spilt against stone and snow. You've blessed livid, woe, witnesses to my ascension. He reaches down into his belt with his right hand, and he pulls this thin piece of what looks like a white cloth embroidered with gold. And as he stretches it out, you see that it is in fact a glove. He switches the hands of his pistol, putting his gun into the right hand. As aloft in front of him, this glove almost looks as though it parts, and he inserts his hand into this thin white cloth glove. before putting the gun back into his left hand. As his palm turns over, on the back of his hand, you can see stitched over where it would rest naturally a magical circle. However, the circle itself is comprised of draconic scales quite similar to the magic circle that you saw in Adrian's basement. In the center of it, you can see an 8-pointed star with gemstones reaching towards the scales at each of the point. At each point, there is a small symbol for the schools of magic, and in the center of this star, in the center of this circle, you can see a small stitched hourglass. However, in the center of it, you can see, as his hand rotates, the sands of time, quite illusory, rotating back and forth as his hand moves. Do not despair. Your time too will come. Each heir shall have a seat at my table for the last Esfa feast. Pauses for a strange moment, and he looks up at the sky. Clear parted clouds. What has been done to me, I shall do to all the sons and daughters of man. This age of dawn is over. The great gloaming has begun. And he looks back over the sights of his gun at Melisy. Old stars shall plummet, bathing this clay in ash, and I will rise, eternal. And he clicks back the hammer. And once again, his eyes slowly make their way around the party. I promise, children, whatever shadow or light seeks to fill the sky, by your sacred wings, I will eclipse. And you all can see that his finger squeezes towards the trigger of this gun. And a resounding, thundering crack echoes out as you see a bullet twist and spiral right by the side of Melisy's head, striking into a large tree a few feet behind her. And he laughs callously. Oh, my end is my beginning. Hurry, my heroes. Fetch your shovels. The mantle lies fragile. It's time to dig. And the chamber slows and stops spinning. And I will tell you that as all of you find your breath coming out of time stop, you see in his other hand a small, roughly the size of simple stone, piece of what looks like jagged metal, but almost cracked crystals of gray. If you have ever seen a geode as it's been recently constructed and it has those small pillars, a simple lodestone. And as the time comes back to all of you, the voice once again mutters, as though it's being thrown all around you. It's time to pay, Arthur Hartwood. And I do not justly believe that there is anything in the area around us that is genuinely affixed to the ground, save for the cottage. And I do not know what distance everyone is from the cottage from my perspective. Is anyone within 5 feet of it?
No.
No. Closest is like 15, 20.
With barely a second to catch your breath as time returns to you, you all find yourselves thrust upwards into the sky upside down as the chamber of the gun spins again and gravity reverses itself. We flutter 100 feet up into the sky, aloft. I'm going to say roll initiative.
We've all just been launched into the air.
100 feet into the sky upside down.
So my speed's half. Do I only go 50?
Does he fall slower?
Nope.
All right.
So how many people can fly that have already used their fly?
I need to
We
check.
have to roll the d12. If you would like to roll the d12, I will say that it has been about 3 hours since you used the wings of flying. So if you roll 1, 2, or 3 on that 12,
Please.
3.
you will have them back.
Please.
That was
Please. Plus.
so close to not being a 3.
That's why I'm glad these dice roll low.
Let me use my shitty ones.
Donnie boy,
19.
Lawrence,
9.
Paul.
19.
I will say that with exhaustion, initiatives are ability checks.
Oh, they are? Shit.
Yes, they are.
I'll just roll another one.
Roll high, it's fine.
Nope, 7.
So sorry. Glenn,
11.
Shell,
17.
Sarah,
17.
It's the second time in a row we've gotten initiative together.
DJ.
8. That's sweet plus 0 to initiative.
Beautiful high rolling.
It feels weird using the pen that you stress broke, Don. It feels almost good.
You're welcome.
Too good.
I feel a little bit more relaxed.
Right?
This is the result of your story, John.
Years of prep. That's what I heard in my
A
head.
broken pen.
Uh-huh.
A very broken pen.
Yeah. Well, I am the top of the initiative, and I'm going to say that that is obviously very clearly my turn. Yes, sir.
This is everybody, right? Including Ben and Catherine
Yes.
Oh boy.
and Arthur as well.
Nope.
No, he's on the ground.
How about Malicy?
Melicy and Melithel are also up into the sky.
Okay.
Upside down.
You said 100 feet, right?
100 feet up.
Alright.
I would be the top of the initiative with Arthur. And I've taken my turn, so we go to you, Dom.
Are we
Yeah.
still actively going up?
You reach the 100 feet almost immediately, as though you were falling off of a cliff. However, that is the height of the spell, so you naturally dangle there, upside down.
So we're stuck here.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a.
It's not like an up and
Like a.
No, it's not the Tower of Doom. It's the
Okay.
it's the weight for the Tower of the Doom at the top of the Tower of Doom.
Okay.
Oh, we're not actually falling?
No,
not
no,
yet.
you're hovering
Oh, okay.
100 feet up as he is quite literally looking up at you.
Is time still frozen?
No, time is no longer frozen. You guys are clearly able to speak, move, and do your best.
Yup.
So my action is scream, fuck.
Gonna swim through the air towards
Charlie
Melithil and
Factory.
Melisy. Is that a thing that I can do?
Dog.
The fat friction.
There's friction.
There's air resistance.
I would try.
It's a fluid.
Yeah,
The
air's
atmosphere is
a
a
fluid.
fluid.
I hate that. I hate that that's right.
Is that true?
Yes.
Air's a fluid. Yep, it's the worst.
This is when we find out we've been underwater the whole time. It's like, wait a minute.
My tablet's not charging very quickly.
The way the spell typically works is that you're able to do so if you have a flying speed.
We sure don't.
Yep.
Okay.
But I do have this one.
What about sometimes?
If you can get it, then yeah.
Nope.
I know.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
Actually, I could.
Please.
Would you say this is a magical effect within range of 120 feet?
Yeah.
I'm gonna attempt to fall, maybe not.
Well, I think.
Uh-oh.
Live your life, man.
Don't let me dissuade you with my groaning.
That would be pretty dumb.
Do you think Ether would? Genuinely. Like, again, it always comes back to this question. What would you actually do?
I don't think he would do that.
Sure.
That was me not thinking. I don't think he would do that.
Soot would have done that.
Soot would do that, yeah, for sure.
I got it, Rez!
And that's when Soot shows up and does exactly that.
Pokes out of the cottage.
I will
Oh, that would be a weird
cast
crossover.
Sanctuary on Melisy.
Sure.
Because she's within 30 feet of
Yeah.
where I am. So I will do that.
Roll your burnout, please, buddy.
Oh boy.
You got it.
2. Never felt safer.
Anything else on your turn?
I mean, I don't think so. I'm not going to cast Spiritual Weapon in the sky. And I only have one. No.
Isn't your spiritual weapon still up?
I'm
Been
gonna,
more than a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. I'll look with the eye at the ground towards Arthur.
Towards Arthur, or at the ground?
At Arthur.
At Arthur.
At Arthur.
At Arthur.
To see what I see
Okay.
currently.
What
'Cause
do
he did-
your elf eyes see?
Because he did literally say,
My
time
god!
to pay Arthur Hartwood. So
Correct.
logically, this is not
Make a wisdom
that. So I'm gonna.
You will look through the eye, and I will tell you that quite genuinely, you still see this body. You do not see Arthur's spirit, you see a different spirit that matches the physical form of this body.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's,
That's okay.
Cool.
it's repossessing his body. It's fine.
I can yell something.
Sure.
I will.
Help! Please! Skybirds! Call the police! Where are you? Where's the big bird? Eagle! Yeah, that should have been. The eagles are coming, right? Somebody?
I can yell.
Right?
Starts
Just
raining.
so because it's been a while.
Yeah.
In game, we know that this body is of a particular.
It's of a different person than Arthur, yes.
We don't know anything other than that in game.
In game, he had said that like he went into the body of not one of the dwarves, and the only other person that was there was the brother of the
Okay,
city that was
that's-
sent. So
that's
like
what-
you
yeah.
could absolutely have pieced that together
Sure.
in game as
Okay,
well.
that's
Yes.
what I'm just making sure. I'm going to say. The brother has taken control of Arthur. That's it.
Cool. Chell or Sarah, who wants to go next?
Fight to the death.
Don't jump with eagerness.
Slap fight. In air.
You know what you want to do?
I don't even know what's happening right now.
What do you mean? We're in the air.
We're free floating upside down about 100 feet in the
Well,
air.
I got that much.
Arthur's not himself, and he's real strong.
He's always been real strong.
He's stronger.
He's real stronger.
He's real stronger.
That was a 9th level spell followed by a 7th level spell. Thank you very much.
Yeah, my scouter just.
Oh, time
gave us
stops
a-
9?
Yeah, 100%. If you have, if I gave your Celestial Eye a Scouter ability right now, it would be shattering.
Yep. Yep.
So big problem, Lil Forest.
So do you want to roll?
Yeah.
I've never been so scared of my dice.
15.
You want to go first?
Putting on my air wings.
Yeah, you gain a fly speed.
Would
My water wings.
my water wings, if you will. Would
Air
that
is the
consume an
fluid.
action? No.
Item interaction.
All right. Well, while I'm hanging like a bat,
Yeah.
I might as well.
Yeah. Wow.
Get
You
all lit.
insist.
Yeah.
The city needs a hero.
Choose vengeance.
Drop your phone.
Right. Remind me again of how
Life
you
works.
remind me how. If let's say hypothetically I used my spell slots, I could still use a spell and gain a level of exhaustion. Or like, how do you treat that?
So what I have been doing specifically in certain situations is permitting it, yes, with levels of exhaustion, but it's more based on the level of the spell. Yeah.
So hypothetically speaking,
Yeah.
if I wanted to use a 3rd level spell,
Yeah, 3.
the 3 levels of exhaustion.
3 big old yummy levels of exhaustion. We're going into Felix territory over
I
there.
make it look easy.
Yeah.
Felix is gonna be in a wheelchair.
You're just Professor Xavier. You're just green Xavier.
Ether gets the get the razor, shave it.
We don't need water to give you a wet shave. It's alright.
True, right?
We're the X-Men now.
So there I am, dangling like a bat.
Yep.
A real piece of shit.
Real piece of shit.
I was just thinking that.
Arthur.
Eat shit.
Loving it.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Perhaps we could talk.
So you put on your bat rings and then look up at Arthur, who's on the ground, and say, "Maybe we could talk." I mean, like,
Let's not make any hasty decisions right now.
I mean, genuinely, I feel like this person would laugh, like, again, quite callously, and just kind of look up at you guys as you look up at him. There will be time for talking.
Sir, you're obviously looking for something. Perhaps we could negotiate.
There's no need to negotiate.
Well, guys, I tried.
Sarah?
Bad things. I used
We can talk this out.
Negotiate.
Brilliant.
Guys, don't worry. It's
I
not,
actually have a spell that's essentially please. So I was like, it's fast friends, but
guys, don't worry. It's not Arthur. So Arthur.
So Arthur.
Arthur.
It's Arthur.
I'm gonna use the help action for Sarah.
How do you help Sarah?
Not Retora. Sarah.
You got this!
Whenever somebody named Sarah shows up, I want to be ready.
Having so much help. Well, your turn, Retora.
You're helped.
You're helped. In some way, shape, or form.
I'm emotionally there for you, bud.
So
Big old pat on the back.
we're all within like 30 feet of each other in the
Approximately,
sky.
yes.
Approximately.
We all join hands in the sky.
That was like a kumbaya.
Like we're
Big
doing, like,
team
skydiving.
A big
You
Thelma and
fly us
Louise.
down.
What's false speed?
500 feet per round.
Oh my god.
So you would the whole 100, and it's... Yeah.
I'm
Good
helping
old-
her.
It's
1d6 per
As
10
of-
feet.
As of right
Good
now, are
old
we like
10d6.
are we like standing upside
It
down?
would feel like you would be standing against the sky, yes.
And there's currently no like pull down towards the ground.
No, the pole would be up into the
Pull
sky.
is up into the sky.
Yes.
All right. This is gonna take a minute.
That's good.
That's good.
We have exactly that left on the spell.
Oh, good.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to pull at one of the prayer beads
Yep.
on this necklace that I have,
Yes.
and I'm gonna start casting Windwalk.
That's good.
It takes a minute.
That's very unfortunate.
I'm going to pray while I
Please, Sister, come on, man.
Prayer walking.
Okay, you begin casting Windwalk. Would you like to do anything else on your turn?
I'm gonna try and do it so fast.
I'm helping her.
check?
I'm really just cheering her on. I don't know if that
You're
helps
praying
at all.
with her.
Yeah.
Just looking at
It's going to be like a spirit bomb situation.
That's pretty much what's happening right now, honestly.
Therio is your name, right? Yeah, where she like sends spell energy, like come on faster.
Just like a pep rally. I'm like, we've got the spirit. Yes, we do.
Arthur's got wait.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
Mother
Melville
Mary
and
Fulgrim.
Melisy are pretty much like... They don't really have anything good for this. Like, they were adjacent to each other. They do not have the ability to wild shape into things that have flight speeds.
Oh, good.
They've gotten so old, they've de-leveled.
Although
Fish.
there's no height at which a scroll can fall from and die.
God! Damn it, man.
You know what? Melifel would totally
And then
think
there's
that.
snow
He
at
would
the
totally
bottom.
believe that.
what about he would know.
Flying squirrel.
Or
Doesn't
even
have a flight speed. It has a, but it can glide.
technically a
They'll pick a
spider.
regular squirrel.
They're,
But
And no
also-
speed, I can not.
but the gravity's going that way.
For now.
For now. I mean, yes. It's like, that's kind of why, like, they look at each other and he's just like, I don't know what's going on. And she's like, that man has a gun. I don't know what it is. It's bad. Okay, that's bad. What do we do? I don't know. They brought him. Why? Breakfast. I don't know. Okay. That's their turn.
That's both of their turns.
Both of their turns. They're arguing in the sky.
That's
Like
old
an
people.
like
It
an old
really
couple.
is.
Yep.
Completely not interested in what's going on around them.
Yep.
Why?
Cool. So, I mean, well, Benjamin's up here in the sky, and Benjamin doesn't want to be. So,
So he's not.
effectively, kinda, yeah, little boy is gonna sprout his beautiful wings. And
Oh.
absolutely
It's gonna
take upon his Aasimar form.
Hell yeah.
That's why you were detecting Celestial from him.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. And he's gonna begin to fly 60 feet down towards his father.
Oh no!
Fuck you guys!
Hell yeah!
Daddy!
Yeah, daddy, like, big people scary in sky. Help me, Papa. So, yeah, like, he 100%, like, he's flying
worst
towards
thing
his
he
dad.
Is
Me
Catherine
too.
going to let him?
Huh?
She's going to let him?
I mean, she doesn't have him in a...
She's
She
right
does.
next to him.
You're right. I...
Chokehold.
Put those wings back.
Put your wings
Does he
back.
drag her effectively?
Well, what I am thinking is, so, like, the thing with reverse gravity is the whole, like, you pretty much just get thrust up so swiftly. You don't, like, lose what you're wearing. But, like, oh my god, the thought of falling 100 feet, would I think I would lose grip on something? For the sake of realism, probably. You can't grapple on a reaction. Had she gone first, which, sadly, she is a 13 in initiative and he's the 16. Had she gone first, I would say that she would have attempted to grab him. I will say, since he's going first, for thematic purposes, she would reach out towards him, but she's never seen him make wings. She's never seen her son fly. Arthur's got guns. Like this is a very tense situation right now.
Oh, Catherine.
Yes, exactly.
I wanna
It's
know
only
what's-
gonna get worse. Benjamin's gonna he's gonna dash and fly the 60 feet down. Or sorry, he can't because action for the wings. So he will fly his 30 feet down towards Papa.
Papa.
Papa. Now it's Catherine. That's awkward.
Oh no, Benjamin!
Yeah, she starts her turn in sunlight and takes 20 horrible radiant damage as she
nice.
begins to scream in agony. Because as she is thrust up into the sky, you guys see now that we've been up here for a second or so, her mask, like, flips off of her face for the ties, because they're over the ear, flipped. Mask. Fluttering down.
What's she look like?
What's up, what's up?
I mean, I also want to know what she looks like.
Yeah, no, she has the same pallid gray visage as, like, Corin does. You can see that she has the deep, sagging, like, sunken scars around her mouth. You can see also that her eyes are opaque because she's been blind since birth. She has, like, a little bit of a hint, for those of you that are in the area, of brown around the iris of her eyes, but they are, like, 99% opaque.
God, it's hard.
And, chestnut brown hair, it's straight, it's obviously falling towards the ground. That would be the same thing for everybody here. But yeah, she's like, reaches down towards her mask as it flutters down through the air, screams in agony because radiant burning her face off. Smoke and smoldering begins to, billow up around her, and she's absolutely dying. Because sun and vampire. And I burned all of my martial arts die. So, yeah, she has no capacity to be able to get out of this. She does have slow fall for when this ends. If she's alive. So, she's going to shriek in agony and, like, for the sake of it, like, she is quite literally burning alive in front of you.
Good.
Yeah, that's her turn, because she is not able to do anything about this to stop it. Next up is Lawrence. Or, no, sorry, Glenn with the 11.
So, gravity's reversed, right?
Correct.
We're all standing on the sky.
It
We
would
might as
feel
well
like
be walking on the sun.
It
Get
would
out.
feel like you're standing, but you're not actually against anything to where you can press to, like, get traction to move.
Yeah, like there's no jumping from the sky.
Correct.
My question is the log piles, the sticks and stuff that were around the fire.
100% they would be in the air with you guys.
armor.
All of that shit would be up in the air with you. Like, the oatmeal, like, again, to fully paint the picture, the oatmeal cauldron would have also ascended, flipped upside down. The contents of the oatmeal would be pouring, not into your mouth, down sadly over the snow. Maybe for later, it'll cool it off, but, like, the logs that you guys were sat on, like, the charcoal below, the, cauldron itself, all of that shit would have ascended up into the air because it was not affixed to the ground.
Now, visually,
Yeah.
is it like space movies when there is zero gravity, that there will be items floating just
No.
because of different densities is what I'm thinking.
They would have also struck the height of what this
So then
field
it's
would
all
look
up
like.
there.
This
It's
is
like a new
effectively the
floor.
ground now.
Damn, fuck.
Yes. So, like, no
There's-
upside down, like, jumping from item to item to go down. What's up there?
Is the loose snow up here as well?
Loose snow,
Like, is
I
it
would
raining
say,
or is
would,
it
like, kind
snowing
of
upside
melt.
down?
Yeah, like, it would look like it's kind of going in that direction. So, like, it would be, crystallized upside down, coming towards you guys. Like, yeah, really intense, very strange, very stimulating, like, overly stimulating scene of, like, oh my dear God.
Hit him with a snowball. Distract him, I don't know.
Try to make a snowball. Yeah, I don't fucking know. Like, whatever you guys think. Like, there's a man in heavy armor and very strong magic down there, and he's got guns.
Yeah,
Force
we
was dead
inverted.
10 minutes ago. Now he's stuck in the sky.
Yeah.
Am I still dead?
No, you're not.
It's the fight God or become him bit. He tried to fight
Got
him.
God and anime on my side. Yeah, if it just inverted, then I guess I'd pick up my armor that's like next to me, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it would be in piles next to you, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll pick up a piece of it and
Start strapping.
well, Catherine is screaming.
Oh,
bloody
yeah,
murder,
she's in
and
horrible pain.
She's right next to me. I want to take my armor and shield her, like, try to, like, cover her head. From
Catherine
the
is the one in red over there.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you?
Right next to her.
So, like, 5 to 10 feet away?
Mm-hmm.
I would say you could attempt to pass it to her to give her something to obscure her face. But you guys are, like, far enough away, like, you don't have that much feetage in your reach. The two of you together would come much closer.
Yeah, I'll attempt to kind of, my cloak that was, like, with my armor shit, I'll try to, like...
Yep. Billow it towards her?
Mhm.
Sure. Yeah, I mean...
Does she have a mouse with her still?
Yeah, he'd be in her collar. I mean, he's not a vampire. He doesn't care about the sun.
Vampire mice.
The mouse is just standing there. No! He's got his hands out. Give me it!
Does he have more than 20 health?
Right? No.
I'm gonna cast Enlarge on the mouse.
Which has 4 times as much as she does.
Okay. Now, here's the wild thing.
Yeah, like if you're shaking out a blanket, I'm gonna...
What would you say as you do this? She's blind. Her rat's not out. She has to use her action to go into the rat for sight. Genuinely. Like, that's why she's, like, aimlessly reaching for the mask. She has no concept of where the mask has fallen.
She has no idea where she is.
Yes,
doesn't know
like,
she's
she
upside
quite
down,
literally was standing, and then, whoop!
Standing
And now there's literally nothing.
Yes, all she feels is the sun burning her face off. Like, this is not...
She's standing to my left. I'll say face cloth right.
Okay. Make an acrobatics check for passing it to her.
It's just easy.
9.
I'm in sunlight and I have disadvantage. No, but it's solid because she's a Dex character. You're a 9. I would say with a 9 and then a 14 with her, like, you get it right near her. You feel like it's in her hands and she is flailing and effectively grabs it from you and loses grip on it. It will fall adjacent to her on the sky ground, still affected by reverse gravity. Would you like to do anything else on your turn?
I guess for my action, I'll take the help action for when Catherine's turn comes around to assist and here take the thingy.
Okay.
If it's on the ground adjacent to me and I get a chance to like help her up with it, like. All right, pretty much about it.
Yeah. Up to Lawrence.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna use my action to use the Pearl of Power to get a spell slot back.
Okay.
And that is probably... I think that is all I'm gonna do for this turn.
Okay. Go to DJ.
I have a plan.
I believe that.
I'm worried.
I would like to lay on my back.
Okay.
So now I'm facing the ground. I would like to pull out the crossbow.
Yep.
And I would tie rope. I know this is a lot for free item interaction, but
Sounds like it.
I'd like to tie a rope to a bolt
Sounds good.
and then fire it at him.
At him.
At him, mostly the ground. If it hits him, cool.
Him/ground.
Yeah.
Cool.
If it hits him, that's an added bonus. Mostly the ground.
What's the reach on your bolt and what length of rope you got, buddy? Because you're 100 feet up.
Fuck, I'm 50 feet.
You're gonna shoot my 50-foot rope. No!
Some big Nesgrim energy.
That's what's happening now. You have a plan.
Would Nesgrim think the plan through?
I think he would think as far as I need to get to that guy and I have rope.
This is
that
the
would
man
be-
that. This is what happened in Falfar. Then with the rope around the side, with not understanding length.
Nesgrim has a really bad understanding of length.
Yeah, dude, his dick's like 8 feet. We get it. Like, definitely real.
Yeah, he's still doing it.
Like, I genuinely believe he would. That's the
Yeah,
only reason why I'm saying that.
He
Because,
would think, like, I need to hit that man. I need
Yes.
to get close to him. I have rope and a crossbow. I
Yes.
know what I must do.
And
yeah.
alternatively, if you spear him and the rope is attached, better grip on him if he starts running. He's like a fish on a line.
He only has the 50 feet of rope.
It won't reach all the
It
way.
won't reach.
So we won't be able to grab him, but later.
Yes, if you guys somehow get to him. Yes.
Some of us have fly
You
speed.
can make your wonderful... What is the range on the hand crossbow you've got? Or is it a full crossbow?
It's a heavy crossbow.
heavy crossbow?
And it's 100, 400.
Okay, so then yeah, you're literally right at the still within normal threshold. So you can make the attack as regular. I will even give it to you genuinely as regular because it is intelligent to put your back against the air ground.
Thank you.
And then misjudge the
That's fine.
really
Hey, it evens
instantly.
out.
Yeah, right?
Come on, my
Nesgrim will do, like,
hubris.
such a smart thing, and
Motherfucker! I rolled an 8, which means I was right there. For a nat 20. That's an 11.
Yeah, I mean, the bolt absolutely will through the air. Obviously, you're able to fire it successfully down at him. It will strike the ground around 10 feet in front of him. The rope will follow suit and kind of slowly, lightly coil loosely.
It was 50 feet of rope.
Yep.
I'm shooting a second bolt at him.
Hey, fuck this guy. Yeah, dude, you got it.
what does Nesgrim say as the rope goes?
Fuck this guy.
Called it.
16.
Nope, 16 does not hit.
Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
Yeah, I will tell you that it
And then I'm
will,
gonna do Spread Eagle.
it will sing through the air once again. Obviously, it feels like you have a better adjustment on your aim with the second bolt. It sings through the air and strikes right off his pauldron because he's a heavy armor character, and snaps off to the side and lands next to him. And he hears you say, "Fuck this guy," and then he just laughs.
That's understandable.
It's gonna feel the best to kill you.
You can try.
Said
Why?
Jess quietly.
With lots of confidence.
Yep.
You can try.
Do it, pussy.
Let me jump to Paul.
Okay, so we've established that we can't swim,
Correct.
and what is his back against? It doesn't look flat, right?
No, it would look like he's kind of arched as he's attempting to find straight, like, purchase against the new sky ground.
Fuck you.
I had to.
Okay.
Right?
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I would still attempt to swim towards the cottage, so that way it's underneath of me.
Now, you are a water boy.
Yeah, I am. I'm in a fluid.
I will tell you that it feels like you are able to start to get the concept for what the world is around you in this instance.
Gravity's flipped.
Yeah, in the same vein, like, I think you would recognize air being a fluid in the same way as when you're swimming, you would still be more doing it against the ground as well. You, like, cup your fingers sufficiently to find a current to pull yourself. I'm gonna say it's gonna go through difficult terrain, so it would half you again. So you get 5 really slow, swimmy feet.
So I half. So would that be 15 or 20? 'Cause
It
I'm
would be-
35.
You're at 35, it
Yeah.
rounds down.
Okay, so
so
I'm
to
at 5.
15, and then 7.5 to 5. So,
I'm gonna move me 5 feet closer. Get me out.
yep. Yeah, I will tell you, you're 100 feet up, and the cottage is not that tall. Like, the cottage would be roughly 23, 25 feet.
Oh, that's all I need. Good.
Are you gonna splatter like a raindrop?
Nope.
You are? Aren't you in heavy armor? And I would just kind of say in a panicked voice, we have to disarm him as I swim away.
Take his guns!
Take his guns!
Okay. That's it for Paul. Yeah, we're gonna go back to the top of the order.
Where am I?
Oh, that's right. You're over there. Yeah. I mean, you're in the sky.
Oh
over
my
there.
god, I'm all the way over there?
Yeah.
You're still in the sky?
Why am I over there?
You were running
running
back.
From the lake.
Yeah.
I thought she had
I had been
Yeah,
back.
she was
You can be closer. Have a good time over here.
Yeah,
Put yourself in
pick
the
a spot.
Put
She
yourself
would've
in the
been probably
closer,
in your
more
mouth,
proximate
Allison.
AoE.
Come die with your friends.
Right?
Other side?
I guess they're
Or yeah, by
somewhere in this circle. Yeah.
Seems like a good spot.
Look at us walking into circles again.
Yeah, I mean, to be very blunt, he's going to kind of laugh. And he's going to take his gun, and in the area on the ground in which there is still snow, he's going to slowly, with his arm down, begin to drag his gun through the snow.
Which gun is it?
This is still the pistol.
It's not Big Blam.
No, not Big Blam. So he's going to begin walking a circle. He would move towards the outside of all of us, so like behind where Sarah's model is. Don, if you can move it. Yeah. So like gun in the ground, tracing into the snow. He's going to start walking 30 feet around.
No, John, no.
Yeah!
Not again.
Uh-huh. That's his 30?
This didn't go
Yeah,
well
it's 30.
last time.
Yep. Tracing into the snow. He's just going to like laugh gleefully.
That's me.
I think that one.
That's my turn. Donnie boy.
Indeed.
When Nesgrim fired his crossbow bolt, you said it struck and then the rope fell.
Yeah. It's on the ground.
And it was 10 feet in front of him, so where the fire and cauldron is where it would have landed. Because the fire and the cauldron would have
Or
been
in the air.
Is there just like burning wood around us as well?
Yeah.
Great.
Absolutely. Like the sky itself would look not remotely safe.
Ablaze.
Yeah, effectively.
We used magic to get rid of whatever was inside of Retora. I'm going to attempt to dispel magic on Arthur.
Sure.
So, I'll cast it. I'll roll my burnout.
Mm-hmm.
2 again.
Read the exact wording of the spell for me, buddy.
Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a successful check, the spell ends.
Yeah. Arthur Hartwood, this person who is here, is not under the effect of a spell.
Yeah. I didn't think so, but...
For the sake of it, I will also say that as Arthur is doing this, you with the incredibly high perception would hear as he is tracing this circle obviously in the ground. You would hear him mutter again, "It's time to dig."
I'm gonna... For next turn, I'm gonna pull out my Horn of Blasting.
Hell yeah!
Good!
I don't know what else to do.
That's
But
very
maybe
fair.
I'll call for help.
How big is the
Big.
blowback on that one?
Yeah.
Big.
I guess Ether doesn't know.
Mm-hmm. He has no concept.
Fret.
We go to Chow.
Yeah.
Hey, John, real quick, what's the name of this song?
This one that's on right now on the playlist?
Yeah, because fuck it.
It's The Rose and something, right?
The Rose and the Thorn. It's a good one, right?
Yeah, it's a bop.
It's a bomb!
It is! That piano?
He's up in the club.
Oh,
Boogie down.
We're all doing that.
Yeah.
You can watch any episode of Oswamp. When that comes on, I sit over here and just vibe for 3 minutes. I really do.
I believe that. Oh, God. You now have a fly speed. Fly.
I am going to fly 60 feet towards Arthur.
Okay.
And I would like to, in my other hand, use my dagger and try and aim it for his left hand.
Okay. Now, for the wings of flying, do you have a fly speed of 60? Or okay. So then, yeah, absolutely. So you're within 40 feet of him. Range of dagger. Can you look at the numbers adjacent to it? I think
20 to 60.
So it would be a disadvantage since you're 40 feet away. And it's a cold shot. It's going to be very difficult.
I'll make it with disadvantage if...
So you already had the disadvantage. So the way the two ranges
okay,
work
gotcha.
are up to 20 feet, you throw it regular. From 20 to the 60, you throw out disadvantage. 60 beyond, it won't even reach. So
Gotcha,
since you're
okay.
flying 60, you're still roughly 40 away from him.
Okay.
So you'd be throwing a disadvantage. You targeting the left hand in particular, in my eyes, would just give it like a +2 to +3 AC bump. So like, it's going to be ludicrously difficult. His 16 on the attack roll didn't hit. It's not to say that you'll definitely fail, but
Just double 20 it. It's
Have
easy.
faith.
yeah, you could absolutely. We have genuinely rolled on disadvantage double nat 20s or like a 20 and an 18 or.
It's great. You always flip him off after.
You just
Yes,
have, you just have to say
Tell me to
reward
fuck
me
off
for my
as you do it.
hubris.
Please.
And then release with the middle finger.
You have to say reward me for my hubris.
Don't
and then,
say that.
Don't say reward me for my
No,
hubris.
you
That's-
say eat
Definitely
shit.
don't say that.
We say eat shit.
Oh, okay.
I hope this man just never is able to shoot a gun again. It's how much? +2? Or no, okay, it's my
that's
regular.
to my AC. Yes, it's still your regular attack.
It's a 17.
Would have hit normally, huh?
I mean, from before, as the reminder from when he fought you, he's in chain. We know he's got dual wielder, and we know he's got the infusion from his artificer's thing. I am going to say he's very clearly only wielding one weapon. You rolled a 17? Mm-hmm. 17 would hit, but the +2 to the AC from targeting the hand specifically. You won't hit him in the hand. I will say, because he's like tracing with the gun,
Yeah.
you would see his left hand as he's walking. You're going to catch him more like up here in the bicep.
Okay.
But you can roll the dagger damage, absolutely. And I still have to make a con save, because you did an amount of damage
no.
to me.
Nice.
Oh no.
It's fine.
This is gonna be fine.
I was trying to shoot him with a crossbow.
5.
Hey,
It's
you
constant.
maxed it.
I maxed it.
no.
Look at it, John. Look at it, Don.
No.
Is it a nat
Oh,
20?
God.
This is so bad.
It's a nat 1?
It's a 3.
Oh, no!
Oh
Well, doesn't it have to do? How much damage did you do?
5.
So it's 10's the minimum still.
Oh,
It's
10's still the
10's
minimum.
or half
Oh,
the
shit.
amount of damage.
no.
So here's
I'm
the
scared.
wild thing.
Oh no, did I make
It was
everybody fall?
concentration.
So
Oh,
yeah,
yikes,
the
I'm
way,
sorry, guys.
Yeah, reverse gravity is a concentration spell. You did an amount of damage.
Yeah.
He has to make the concentration check, which is a con saving throw against half the amount of damage or 10, whichever
Yeah.
is higher.
Okay.
I rolled a 3. My first level is in fighter, so I have constitution saving throw as a proficiency. So I have a +10 on my con saves.
Oh, that's bullshit. That's so fucking bullshit.
Right, dude? Fighter level. Wild.
Any other time?
Bullshit. Right now,
Right now.
we're not falling to our deaths.
Bonus action. No, I'm just kidding.
Bonus action.
Not falling to our
Hit him
death.
again.
Yeah.
Bonus action. Yeah, so
We have-
how much damage did you do? Sorry.
5.
5?
Maxed it.
Nice.
So much better if we fell now.
We're getting there.
So much better.
If we
We're falling either way.
If I can go any faster.
So here's the good news. If you maximize the damage at 5, and he's got a plus what?
10.
He's got a plus 10. And he only needs a 10 to succeed.
As long as I
you can
don't
throw as
have
many
one.
daggers as you want at him.
As long as I don't have one. Still pass it all.
I mean, unless you get a...
Unless I
shit
want to end it,
damage.
I can end it at any time. For free.
Yeah.
Ending a spell of concentration, you can do it any moment.
Nope.
Doesn't even require an action or a reaction. I can just win. Right? Anything else for you, Joe?
I don't know if this
Bonus
is gonna
action.
make it worse or better.
Well,
Fuck it, YOLO. Bonus action. I'm gonna hex him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No balls in y'all court.
What ability check would you choose for me?
Do it.
So you
What do you
pick
make
an
the faces for?
attribute, so strength, dex, con, and then any ability checks I make with that attribute, I would have disadvantage on.
I'm trying to
Not-
think of what he would be good.
not saving throws.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Only
just
ability checks.
Mm-hmm.
Full health, right? Good.
I also did the math to see what the average was if we just
Strength.
Right?
Yeah. Maybe we'll be able to grapple him.
Sure.
Well, that would be a saving.
Oh, would it be a saving throw?
No, not for
Oh.
grapple.
That's
It's contested athletics or
Oh, is
acrobatics
it?
checks.
At
Yes,
100.
absolutely. Chell, did you roll your burnout die?
I did not.
And that, I think, will be it for you.
What's
D12.
D12, and you burn out on a 1.
So just don't burn out.
So do I want a
You
higher number or
burned
a
out
lower
once.
number?
You want higher than
Anything
one.
other
Okay.
than 1.
Okay.
You only burn out on the 1.
She
Unless-
burned out the last time because she
3.
lost all her hit dice.
Oh, so yeah, it's a D.
So it's a D10.
Oh, yes, you're right. So
right.
it's a D10 now. Thank you.
That's, yeah, you had a really bad rough
Yeah.
first turn.
Yep.
Yeah, baby.
Here we go
Don's
again.
honesty pays
Shell.
off.
I'm not
You-
Roll
allowed.
that.
No, I'm so scared.
Roll it.
God
It's fine.
damn
Your
it.
hair will just fall off.
Just roll it at Arthur.
roll
I'm no
100.
liar.
Just roll 100.
Roll like 95.
If you roll like 90 something plus, it's a very good effect.
It's great.
It's not always bad.
It's
happened
not
to me a
always
few
bad.
times.
Yeah.
What if it's a 1?
Do you wanna,
It's bad.
Do you want to go
It's really bad then.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me get a bigger tray.
I want to give some maximum roll.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
That barely roll.
I think it's a 70.
It's like
think
7.
You can do a pressure tab. You just push it.
Just
70?
push on the number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
70.
70 is lose spell level times 2 hit points.
So you only lose 2 hit points because Hex is
I
a
know
first
that
level
hit
spell.
points
Hit points,
Hit
not
points,
hit
hit
dice.
points.
Oh, no,
So you
okay.
take 2 damage. So effectively the magic in the area. Yeah.
I don't have any hit points anyway.
How are you alive?
I'm not.
It's up to you bucks now. Why did you die? You threw a dagger. Most aggressive hexing.
So the next time it's a D8.
Yep. We got Sarah.
Magic's fun.
Don't use that.
Right?
Alright, it's fine.
There's no way to cast a spell faster than I assume, right?
Bam, bam, bam.
No.
Could you take levels of exhaustion to cast it faster?
1 level per 10 seconds.
No, don't do it. It's a trap.
Praying harder just makes it so
I'm not saying you should. I'm just asking.
Just trying to set a precedent.
I will say, if you want to take a level of exhaustion, even giving you just the single, like, to be very blunt with you, even if you expedite it by a single instance, like giving yourself the extra 6 seconds, I will reiterate, I can end it at any point I want. Arthur is obviously a very high-level wizard. He recognizes what you're doing.
He also is the one who gave it to me.
Yes, it's why he's
Yeah.
literally laughing.
Nope, it stopped.
Like, this is a futile endeavor in his mind. So, like, I would say the maximum reward I would want to be able to give you is just that single 6 seconds at the level of exhaustion, just for setting, like, precedent for future. I don't want to tell you that, like, oh, yeah, it's worth it. If you want to do it, like, by all means. I'm obviously not going to tell you no, but
Yeah.
I am Arthur in this moment. I'm laughing in my heart.
You fuck.
Fucking nerd.
My other
That was a good
question
one, though, right?
Really good.
Yes.
during all this,
Yeah.
like I can't do anything else while I'm casting this spell, right? Like, I can't take any actions or bonus actions. I'm only casting this spell.
Since you are casting the spell in that time frame, effectively, no. Like,
Okay.
you can do other physical, like, you could walk if you could walk, but, like, no, you can't do other things, and you can't start casting in wild shape.
Yeah, I mean, I'm out of wild shapes anyway, so that's...
Even worse.
Fish.
No! My trout!
I can fight. I can swim.
Down tapping, I think.
I'll take the level of exhaustion for the extra 6 seconds.
Okay.
Only 48 to go.
Pray harder.
Okay.
Praying Levi's.
I will tell you that you absolutely feel, in the way in which I've obviously been trying to demonstrate magic, you have a sense of awareness as a magic user of the spirit within you, and you recognize that is what you tap into to be able to do these things. This is a foreign magical object. You're effectively imbuing it with your spirit to be able to cast this at an expedited rate. Anything else for you, Sarah?
So I'm over. Everyone besides. See, Ben is 30 feet away.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And Thuriel is 60 feet.
Yes.
Everyone else is still
Yeah.
in the vicinity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just
Very good.
keep on
Casting.
casting
Yep.
as quickly and as
Mm-hmm.
hurriedly
Yeah.
as I physically can. Not even fully knowing what this thing
Yeah. Does. Okay. Goes to Benjamin's turn. He's now going to utilize his action, and he is going to dash and fly 60 feet towards Papa. So he would be within 10 feet of him. So he's, yeah. Dad! Yep.
Uppies, Papa.
That's it for his turn. We would go back to Catherine Hartwood. Now,
Burning to a crisp.
she takes another 20 radiant damage. And you all can see the gray pallid complexion comprising her face and the areas again where there's these sunken, cracked, deeply embedded sunken scars around the mouth from where she was afflicted with the rot. And you can see the skin almost chip and crack like when you are breaking the shell of like a peanut, and you can see that it splinters and bursts off in smaller fragments. And her face begins to break apart. And she once again wails in agony and screams out the name Arthur. I'm going to say she doesn't really at all at this moment, knowing that she is genuinely at the brink of death after all of this, have a sense of awareness of what is going on around her. This is the epitome of blinding pain for her. We will go to your turn, Glenn.
Yeah. If a bit of a cloak was anywhere near me,
Mm-hmm.
I'd grab it and again try to get it at her.
Mm-hmm.
But like I guess flailing more this time to like try and throw my body weight towards that
Sure.
direction.
Does the cloak seem like it's affected by the reverse gravity?
Yes.
Like if he, like a blanket, if he like vaulted it
Yes.
above her,
Yeah, it's like
then
a
it would
fanning
theoretically
blanket out.
fall around her.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fanning it out, trying to flail my way towards her if I can.
Would she be able to hear it like flapping?
She can, but again, she's in
Screaming,
like,
yeah.
Actual agony.
Yeah.
No,
like-
no.
This is the equivalent of like a person running out from a burning building on fire, and you try to give them an instruction.
Yeah.
Like it is that. Would you attempt to throw it onto her, or would you attempt to pass it to her?
Yeah. Is she I'm assuming she's just.
Yes, she is flailing in agony.
Yeah. I would try to like throw it on her head, like if you were just chucking a blanket at somebody. Then.
Absolutely.
Catch.
I think genuinely because you have Tavern Brawler, I would have you roll it more as an attack roll. And you're proficient in blanket.
Blanket.
Proficient in snuggles.
Your attack roll is going to be better than your acrobatics.
Mm-hmm. Get her. 18.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It's
It
blanket time.
is a large enough blanket, and she would feel it strike against her skin. Again, blind woman. Thrashing. I will say, despite mechanically her taking the radiant damage at the start of her turn, she would immediately feel the cooling relief of darkness or envelop her face.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously still screaming in agony, but it would, yeah, kind of envelop around her.
I'll just as hard as I can yell because I really can't still. Not very moist, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All kinds of dried out now.
Baby blood, what do you mean? Don't be greedy.
Yeah. I'm gonna say cover to me.
Okay. And we would go to Lawrence.
Looks like he's drawing a circle.
Yes.
Like to shoot a couple Eldritch Blast beams at part of the circle that's currently behind him.
Sure. Absolutely.
See if I can slow that down.
Sure, absolutely, yeah.
Just because I'm up here doesn't mean I can't annoy you.
Yeah, it would be still a straight attack roll.
That was a clean semicircle. Come on.
Obviously, ground has an AC value of like 8/10.
Sure. One of them's a 12, the other one's a 25 to hit.
Yeah, I mean, you can roll the damage just for the level of disturbance. So, I mean, saying it's 5x5 squares.
Where are those? One's a 14, the other one's a 13.
Hell yeah.
For damage totals?
Or sorry, one's a 7, the other one's a 14, sorry.
Okay. So for the damage value of 7, I will say that it will clear the full 5x5 square. For the other one, I will say it will get 2 5x5 squares.
Sure.
So he would have theoretically traced 6. He's lost 3 of them. He now has 3.
3 squares.
3! Yeah. A 1! That's 2!
Yeah, he would hear it, you know, pelt in like large, heavy, dense stone striking into the ground behind him. He would look over his shoulder and see the snow very clearly disturbed. No signs of a magical thing that would have struck it. He knows you, though. He would...
Does he?
Does he? He would look up over his shoulder into the sky and just kind of like squint, like close his eyes ever so slightly, and then look down at his gun. Did you do anything else on your turn?
I
Don't eat
would
shit.
like to how tall's the cottage?
Like roughly 25-ish feet.
25 feet.
Yeah.
So like, what's the difference between falling onto a cottage and falling onto the ground?
25 less feet of falling damage.
I mean,
You're not wrong.
I wouldn't say that it would remotely increase the falling damage. Like, there might be the
250 cents.
awkwardness of how you fall. You might hit, like,
Hit the
since
point.
it's... Yeah, you might hit the point and then go down the side. Like, very difficult for Goblin Low to know. He's never fallen from a height onto a building.
How do you know?
Maybe falling out.
His was just Robin.
I mean,
I
Good slide.
Could slide. Absolutely. Like, again, I'm not saying it would be definitively worse or better.
there are trees nearby.
I would like to Misty step myself above the cottage.
Okay. So, you would be able to get...
15, 20, 25, 30?
Sure. distance of the spell for the radius of the circle still reaches over that area. So, like, you would go...
Yeah, I'm just trying to get above a
it.
smaller drop.
Sure.
And then, like... yep. I guess, like, as much of a free item interaction as possible, I'm going to start digging my bedroll out.
Oh, fuck, I gave mine to either.
Everybody get ready!
We're going sledding.
Yeah.
We're going deading.
We would go to DJ.
I get close.
Find out.
Well, I had a plan. I had a plan, but I just thwarted my own plan.
What? Self-sabotage.
I was going to cast Find Steed above him. But it would go up!
And then hit you.
But, so the rope coiled to the ground, or is it sticking straight up as if it's being pulled up to the sky, too?
It would be, like, kind of pulled up because of the crossbow into the ground. So I would say the crossbow bolt is affixed into the ground.
And the rope is...
The rope would be affixed to it, but, like, yes, at, like, an angle.
Gotcha. In that case, and also it takes 10 minutes. So, like, not ideal.
I don't think we have that much time,
No,
buddy.
probably not.
I just took a
lot
level of
of levels of
exhaustion for 6
exhaustion.
seconds.
Right?
Like it takes 60 levels of exhaustion.
How do I-
Bonus action.
Yep.
I'm casting Branding Smite on my crossbow.
Good.
I do not burn out.
Good.
And then I'm going to take... This will be the shot with the Branding Smite. I'm taking both my shots with the crossbow at him.
Yep.
Oh, buddy! That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
Jesus Christ. He's also high. Oh no, it's for
Wait,
sure.
what are you doing?
He branding smited and shot across the bowl.
DJ, they're good.
We're coming down, y'all.
Oh no, DJ.
Hell yeah.
We were coming down eventually.
I'm ready.
It was gonna happen.
If it doesn't happen now, it might be better.
But if it happens before he finishes the circle, that's probably
Do you
better.
think it's a good
Circle's already
circle?
fucked
Do you think it's a good circle? Do you think it's a happy circle?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
It's not going to be good when we're all splat on the ground.
It's a circle of protection.
just land lightly.
I am trying to, but you know, it takes about a minute.
So we got it's a D10 and a D6 and 2D6. Actually, no, it was at a second level.
Did you roll
So-
your burnout die also?
Yeah, I didn't burn out.
Do I need to roll burnout for the item or no?
All right. Oh, buddy. I rolled a 1 on the D10
Okay.
and 2 5s. So that is 11. It'll be 1
Plus,
piercing.
Do you have no dex mod?
Plus Dex mod?
For your
Dex
shield?
mod is a hot 0.
Okay,
So 1 piercing, 10 radiant.
That's fine.
So you poked him with a stick and then burned him with the sun.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, oh boy. I really hope I has this concentration shit.
Why are you roll? I guess you have if it rolls a
I
one.
have to.
Yeah.
Yes, if it rolls a 1, he genuinely doesn't have the choice. I rolled an 8. Yeah, so I mean, absolutely, this one with the branding smite, once again, finds a better direction for you now that you've shot twice. I'll say that this one finds like a
Dude, I'm
spot
about to,
where,
like,
with him dragging
we're
his
dropping.
gun,
Where we
there's a
dropping, boys?
loose little bit in the plating of the pauldrons that kind of slides through and catches him in the upper shoulder. Taking the second shot.
Sure am.
Take the shot, Mickey.
As long as they're right under.
Oh, that's super crooked.
That's incredibly crooked.
Okay.
Reroll it.
That one didn't make it even in remotely close to. That one is likely not gonna hit. It is a 16.
That one as well. You try to aim almost for the same spot, seeing as how you actually were able to hit him in between the looser gaps of the pauldron. This one that he's kind of like turned as he's moving and it glides off the back. You see it like scrape along the armor. It definitely makes a sound as the bolt sings by him, but yep, strikes into the ground behind him. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's it.
Cool. Good, Paul.
All right. So first things first. I'm gonna swim 5 feet towards the cottage, towards safety. And then I have
I'm gonna smirk at him.
I have
Good idea,
I have
buddy.
2 questions.
Yes.
One.
Yeah.
We established that green duck that I brought back was fucked up, right?
The one from Felfar then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, on my character sheet, it
Yeah.
says that it is in possession. Arthur has it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Do I remember if he has it on his person?
I would say you would be unsure, but you guys know that you packed all your important belongings when you left the Heartwood estate, and he thinks that that was a thing brought back from Felfar then, which he was very happy to have been given.
You gave him the duck?
Yes, I gave him the duck. It called me fishy.
I love how
Clearly
much
cursed.
rage there is at the gifting of the duck.
What? He's got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if it's on him, so it's probably not worth it.
Unless.
You are his sidekick. He loves you.
Papa.
Maybe he's got that duck. It's a little bit of Felix sentimentality.
Looks at it and remembers how green you are.
I like how we went the opposite way with this.
Right? Mm-hmm.
Have faith, Paul.
I don't want the duck. It's bad.
I hope he destroys it.
I hope it destroys him.
Sounds like you want the duck. I keep asking about
I don't
it.
want the
I
duck.
think you want it.
Something fishy going on.
Because I'm not certain if he has it, it would be a waste. So
I got a bad Felixing about this.
I could hit you. You're within range.
Arthur, duck.
No, I would just mind thrust him.
Okay.
This guy's a quack.
Yeah, I would say quack quack in his mind.
Don't
as I
egg
did
him
it.
on.
What is the range on Mind Thrust?
120.
120. You got it.
Mallard.
This sucks. It's 5 damage. 5 psychic damage. Roll.
I swear to God.
I do quack though. Genuinely.
He hums.
It's pretty crooked. Ooh boy. Nope. It's 13. Yeah, you quack in his mind as you assail him psychically. And he knows. He remembers his sidekick. Anything else on your turn?
In terms of turning using exhaustion, it's not an action, it's not a bonus action or anything, right? It just happens when you cast?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then nothing else.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, at the end of your turn, I'm going to conclude reverse gravity.
Oh, God.
From the top, make it drop.
Cowabunga it is.
Cowabunga.
Some dead ass players.
He recognizes the circle's going to get interrupted, and Benjamin is 10 feet from him. He's going to conclude reverse gravity and let Benjamin take the d6 falling damage as he comes down next to him. 2.
Okay.
Scraped his
made-
knees.
Right? Effectively.
I mean, it's 2 damage to
Uh,
a
Oh, no,
child.
Benny has a flying speed.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Rolling-
fine.
So he's gonna.
He just goes, whoop.
Are you rolling for the rest of us, or are we rolling first?
Oh, I love to
Think
roll.
of the kid get.
Whoa. Don't we get like a part of a round as we fall?
500 feet instantaneously.
Shit.
It's a bad time.
Well, that's that.
Good game,
Anyone
everyone.
have any
Can I-
reactions?
Can I argue that I can swim towards it? As
Towards the
I'm falling?
cottage?
Yeah, like angle it, you know?
Oh my god.
I did end my turn by going spread eagle. I want to make that. I did
You know,
say I
try
go
and
spread eagle.
hit the slide, you know, do a little bit of dexterity. I've been flying.
Can he catch it with his fragile, exhausted arms?
I'm not gonna try and catch it. I'm gonna try and hit the side and
Aim
slide.
for the chin. You'll just
He
squish
wants
down.
the wall
This
running.
is a big brain move. I think it's only fair that he catches it with his face.
I would give it to you as like a very difficult acrobatics check.
Okay.
You would have the disadvantage, absolutely, since it's an ability check and you are very exhausted.
Where's my acrobatics? Hold on. All right. Just double 920s. It's
Talking
that.
like-
Oh, it's a nat one! That just means I fail. It doesn't mean I take no damage.
It's fine. Everything is fine.
No.
How bad does he,
Good night.
how thick is the snow?
A lot of it went up in the air.
Oh no.
That means it's falling with us.
I just
I
love
think it
that.
falls
Just
much
double
more
nat
slowly
20s.
than
It's
we
a
do.
nat one.
Well, he says it's instantaneous, which means
I mean, it's
everything comes down at the same
It's
rate.
6 seconds technically, right?
Yeah,
Or is
but
it the spell
That means
instantaneous?
if the snow's
The
under
concluding
us,
of the spell
we,
The-
is an
the conclusion
instantaneous
is
thing.
But it still takes 6 seconds to fall,
and then we
right?
get covered
You
in
fall
You fall
Or-
up to
instantly.
500 feet over the course of 6 seconds.
Yes.
So, I mean, complicated math, but you'll be on the ground at the time that the 6 seconds ends.
Yeah, we're plummeting.
So like that's why you can do the reaction stuff if
Yeah.
you have like feather fall.
Does anyone have feather fall?
snow. No.
The blind woman.
Um,
Doesn't she have to be able
She
to?
has slow fall.
Doesn't she have to be able to see?
For feather fall, yes. for targeting. That's why she doesn't have the spells.
if hypothetically somebody was underneath another person, would that break their fall, or would they just also take the same amount?
Then they would take the fall damage and get crushed. Who you trying to catch over here?
I would say you would serve, since you have flying speed,
Yeah.
you would serve as a new
Break for a fall.
break
grab
for
on.
them.
It'd be like a
I-
kinetic
you.
transfer, right? It'd be like X amount of damage to the one person, X amount of damage to the other person.
I don't even know necessarily that they would
Unless you
go
land on
plummeting
my
to
back.
the ground, depending on who she's catching, her strength score.
Because
I might let her actually hold them aloft in the air.
no.
Would you like to try to do that? The problem is that like you would have to be feasibly underneath them because you're not able to move on your reaction.
My thinking is feeling bad that Vorse died.
Yeah.
That if I was going 60 feet like hypotenuse, I'd probably be like right underneath of him.
Sure. Yeah, if you want to eat
Sorry, bud.
some of it for Vorst, I
Yeah.
would definitely permit that.
I'll take it.
So let me roll.
Just gotta catch him like Superman.
You flew 60
Batman,
feet
first off.
down.
Like
right?
she's got her wings up.
Wind beneath
So
him.
you would
Yeah.
still fall 60 before hitting her,
Oh, I tackle that.
And then another 40.
depending on whether or not she can.
Unless he
maintain
lands
it.
on me like a dragon. Like,
Superhero
Like if
landing
I-
on her back.
yeah.
Hold on.
Please don't.
Fist down.
You don't need a spine, do you? I mean,
Can I use this?
Everybody we
Oh God, Don, you remember how I said I get worried if I hot roll?
Oh.
I'm rolling.
you're rolling hot.
Stop it.
Don, give me new dice.
Oh, you didn't stop rolling hot.
Yeah.
I thought you were telling me to stop wiggling my legs.
I didn't know you were
Okay.
doing that, but
I was
So-
wondering how you knew.
For the people that are falling the full 100,
Uh-huh.
it's 35 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
You would fall onto the cottage, which is about, I'll roughly say, like I said, 25 feet. So it was 29 for the first 7. 22 falling damage for you.
I assume I was not able to get enough bedroll out to
No,
cushion it all.
no.
Sure. 22.
Yes, bludgeoning. And a natural 1.
Couldn't have made it a saving throw, you bastards.
On your back.
You're going to strike the cottage.
Chin first.
Yeah, honestly, like you're swimming at it. Now again, gravity would flip, so like I would think you would kind of try to angle yourself so you don't take it to the dome.
Right.
But
Take
like
his feet.
No, you just want me to be Professor X. Don't do it.
I would say you would know to try to like get your legs onto a safe spot to try to angle yourself down. But I'm gonna say you misjudge and you definitely like clip your heel off the height of the apex. So you go jutting like that way more.
Okay. Wee.
Yeah, like that.
that's,
Like
that's
a very
definitely not
awkward
okay.
superhero like learning early Spider-Man movie like I got this. Oh God!
He's way stronger.
Yeah, I will say I'll throw an extra 2d6 on top of the... Okay, so it was... What did I said for the total?
35?
33? 35? 35, right?
Yes.
41, 42.
I'm at 1.
Hey, baby! It's good enough to fight.
I can fight!
Okay.
You'll be okay.
So for you two,
Yeah.
you had gone 60 feet down, so it would be comparable to Yalenlo, so 22 bludgeoning to you. I will say, what's your strength score? Like just the strength number.
19.
Sorry, no, for Chell.
Would
Because
she
she
have
would be the one
fallen?
catching you.
She has flying speed, doesn't
That's
she?
why I'm saying
that's-
it's whether or not she can maintain it.
My
Gotcha.
strength score?
Yes.
9.
No. Okay.
He does not wearing his armor.
He's not wearing his armor, which is a fantastic point. You don't have your bags on you.
He lost a lot of blood.
He lost a
less-
lot of
Yeah.
blood,
Less
maybe
weight.
even some of the internal meat.
The only thing I have is like a sword. I would only have like one of my
He's got
swords on my
storage.
hip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got space.
I would say genuinely she is able to like kind of sink down 10 feet from the force of the impact, so you guys would be hovering in the air together at 30 feet.
Okay. I'll take it.
How many
So
swords
Chell
does she
takes
need to
no
dodge?
damage, you take that. What's up?
How
much sword damage?
No, how many swords does she have to dodge?
I have a question.
Yeah, dude.
Since I was preparing to blow my horn,
Yep.
can I?
In fear.
Can I like
Horn blow
react
on the way
at,
down.
at Arthur? Because that's what I was planning on doing. Because he did give it to me.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it does in game.
This could be hilarious.
Oh,
And by hilarious, I mean devastating.
Yeah, that's kind of my worry. Fuck me, dude. It is literally an action to do it.
Yeah, I totally
I
understand.
know
if I
that
can't.
you're like, I did the other stuff, I'm getting ready to blow the horn. In my mind, that would be if you're like grabbing the horn.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I would say that like on your way down, you're plummeting 100 feet. Like
Yeah.
even if you were like really ready, it'd be like, whoa, the horn, no,
Sure.
no.
Unless you already
No,
had it.
that's fair.
I would say you would plummet.
Okay,
Sincerely.
that's totally understood.
Okay. Yeah, everybody's damage is resolved, right? I have to resolve for poor little Melithel and Melisy. They're not unconscious, but they are also grievously injured.
Did they
What
wild
about?
shape? They did not wild shape.
Mm-mm.
They need their life
Wait,
alert.
they're grievously injured.
Yeah.
I have 3 health left. And I was at full.
How's Catherine?
Yeah, 35 to them is a wild amount.
Oh, I thought you were saying before they hit. Oh, okay. I was like, God damn.
Them from striking the ground, they're like,
Oh.
you definitively would hear like bones snapping. Like, for the sake again of realism, 100-foot fall is like, you should be actually just dead.
Yeah, you're off of
Like,
a building at that point.
Yes,
like a
like
skyscraper.
obviously D&D, so like, you know, suspension of disbelief,
like a
but
10
like,
foot
oh my god,
fence
it's
or
still
something.
100 feet.
We're adventurers. We're good at
Yeah.
landing.
10 foot.
We got better
Ceiling.
bones.
12 foot.
So,
Milk.
A lot of milk.
So like
Yeah, it's
8
a
story.
Calcium.
That's an 8-story building. that
Yeah.
You're falling off of. Yikes.
Yeah.
Ouchies. Big oof.
Tuck and roll.
I hope they have life alert.
The
Just
ground's
be
soft.
a cat. Land
Just
on your feet.
yeah.
Definitely don't.
Help! They've fallen and they can't get up.
Collective life alert.
it's the value for the slow fall. No!
Uh-oh. Good night.
That sucks ass. I mean, she uses her reaction to slow fall. She's a level 6 monk. So she can reduce it by 30. It's 35. She was at 1. So, like, she's unconscious. She would absolutely lose the blanket effectively as she's falling, not take the radiant damage because it is not the start of her turn, but unable to really fully take the weight of the impact. She would strike softer than everyone else, but still just incredibly weak at death's door, crumple in a heap onto the ground.
Catherine Heapwood.
Yep. Yeah, it's my turn, because I do that at the end of your turn for free.
Was it because of the quacking? Okay.
So he's gonna walk over towards Melisel and Melisy and Melithel.
Does he walk past me to do it?
Yeah.
I'm hitting him.
Yeah.
Quack.
Go right ahead.
Quack.
I'm gonna quack him upside the head.
Don't even have Shillelagh up. Just
Yep. Slap at him.
Kick him in the balls.
Yeah.
Hit the gun.
Take his gun!
Disarm him! I've seen Nestor do this
Right
before.
now he is 1776.
What is he wearing? Plate?
Chainmail.
Chainmail? Is his throat exposed, or does he have the?
He has the collar.
Okay.
Got the Michael Jackson glove. Just go for his hand again.
He does have a Michael Jackson glove.
I'll try
Him
to.
and the TV.
Scratch the glove.
Take the glove.
He has the glove in one hand and
The gun is
in the
in the
other.
glove hand now.
Shaka chaka yes.
Yeah. He likes to do it in the gloved hand.
Yeah, I've seen him just summon it out of the air. So even if I disarm
Yeah.
him, he's just gonna. I'm just going straight for his face.
Yep. Claw at his eyes.
Bonk. Hit him like Rafiki. Just
No, I don't think so.
Squash banana.
They sound like smash banana.
Where's my?
Your unarmed strike should literally be 1 plus your strength mod, Sarah. You don't have Tavern Brawler.
I mean, I have a quarterstaff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought when I said claw's eyes then you went, yeah, that you were
Oh
literally
no,
trying to claw's eyes out.
I was. I would have
Hit him with a stick.
shillelagh'd him.
Yeah, but you don't have it up.
Yeah, hold on one second. My
Spider monkey.
quarterstaff is not equipped because
Yep.
I just use shillelagh most of the time.
Mm-hmm. It should be a D8 for one hand and a D10 for two hand.
It's.
Or a D6 and a D8. Genuinely, it's not really going to matter.
It's not gonna hit anyway. It's
Cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 12. 11.
Yep.
To hit, yeah.
Nope. Yeah,
He
I
knows
mean,
I'm mad.
oh yeah, no, he walks by you and you seething with
I'm
rage.
exhausted.
Like you would also be falling
Oh, yeah.
prone. So like you just like swipe at him horizontally, wildly in a state of fervor and anger. Doesn't even remotely come close to hitting him. He's legitimately about 4 to 5 more feet away from where the extent of your reach is. And yeah, he hears the air whoosh by his legs, and he kind of condescendingly looks down at you over his shoulder as he walks towards them. Your friend recommended negotiation. And he walks over towards Melisy and Melithel, who are in a pile together on the ground, prone and grievously injured. And he absolutely points the gun at Melithel's head and looks at Melisy. You just give me that ring and I'll be on my way. No problems. And she would look up and look at him and then look at Melithel and see him effectively whimpering like an injured dog on the ground. And she would take the necklace off of herself and hold it out to him. And he would callously reach down, swipe it from her hands, look at it in his palm, and then look over at Benjamin. All right, son, time to go home. Our work with these people is done, at least for now. And he would prepare a spell. You would see his chamber of the gun start once again to shine. And that would be my turn. We would go to Dawn.
I would weakly lean forward and yell, Arthur, fight it! And I would blow the horn.
Okay.
Because I don't know what it does.
Yeah. You roll, right?
Think so.
Good old horn of blasting.
Oh, to determine whether it explodes?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah. Yep.
What does it explode on?
20% chance.
All right.
You roll.
A 1 to a 5. I'm assuming it explodes.
18.
Ooh,
Okay. What's it do?
no explode.
I mean, mechanically, there's a 30-foot cone. It's a thunderous blast. Each creature in the cone makes a con save, and they take 5d6 thunder damage and are deafened for a minute.
Okay.
Please tell me
Where
I'm out
are
of that.
you?
I'm out of that cone. Okay.
Yeah. Ether doesn't know that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Oh
Uh-huh.
my god.
He's just trying to use the thing that his friend gave him.
No, I understand. So, Nesgrim.
Vorst is in the
cone?
sky, 30 feet.
Yeah, I'm 30 up.
Okay. So you guys are up.
I mean, if it was aimed toward Arthur, it probably doesn't catch Nesgrim right there, because Nesgrim's
he's
next
back
to him.
here.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Nesgrim over there. Yeah, sorry.
So
difficult for me to tell.
it would be
5, then 10, then 15.
Those
So it's
three.
Arthur, Ritora, and Melathy.
Yep.
that sounds about right.
And the little one, Benjamin.
No,
No,
he's all
Benjamin's
No,
all the way
Benjamin
back
hasn't
here.
moved up yet.
Yep.
He just got back
Oh,
into.
gotcha.
Yep.
All
Cool.
the druids.
Yeah, so I mean, Melathy, Melithel, Arthur, and Ritora.
Yep.
Yeah. It looks like it catches Ritora from my perspective.
Yeah, I think it would.
5, then 10, then 15, then 20. Yeah. Con saves, right?
Yep.
What's the DC?
15.
15.
Con saves on the fighter.
Yeah, we'll do good old Arthur first. That's an 18 on the die. Melithel?
Any chance he dumped Con?
Melithel is 12. Melisy is it 13. Roll your thunder.
I rolled a 9.
Taking the full.
Am I in this or no?
No.
Sorry, I
How
wasn't
much?
here.
How much thunder is it?
5d6.
Ooh.
Too much.
Thunder. 16.
So he's 8.
That's how much damage it was.
16 damage for the full, 8 for the half for me. Yeah, I mean, you pull out this, large, what would be shaped kind of like a ram's horn that I indicated. Obviously, had the decorative pieces of the dwarven artisanal quality, and blow it, and it feels as though your voice like catches in front of you and reverberates in the channeling tunnel, and it resonates out in this echoing thunderous boom, almost comparable to you to the spell thaumaturgy, but much more deafening and intensely painful. Melisy and Melithel both fall unconscious.
So does Ritora.
So does Ritora. And Arthur only deafened on a fail.
I think so. Let me check. Yes.
So Ritora, Melisy, and Melithel would all be deafened. Arthur would not. He would feel the intensity of this shock wave strike against his side. Or you'd be opposite. You'd still be to his right based on where he's facing.
Yep.
Feel this shockwave kind of penetrate through his body and resonate. And then he would see Melithel, Melisy fall to the ground unconscious. And he would smile down at them. Well, thank you for doing my job for me there, friend.
Either would drop the horn, horrified.
Mm-hmm. Anything else on your turn?
I would upcast Healing Word on Melisy.
Okay. Roll your burnout, roll your heals.
9.
9 total heals.
Yeah.
You got it. Yeah, you would see her slightly start to breathe on the ground. Anything else for you? I'm concentrating on a spell and I took damage because I'm preparing to cast a spell. It's a 6 on the die, so yeah, 16.
Would you let me take a level of exhaustion to cast Spare the Dying on Malithel?
Does the horn take an action from you?
It does. Yeah, it takes
and
an
you've
action,
already healing worded.
which is bonus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say that you would have already comprised your action economy genuinely.
Okay.
In the frame of the 6 seconds of Brian Blum.
Yep.
You know.
That's
what it
obviously,
sounded
yeah.
Yeah, it's an action to speak the horn's command word.
Yep.
So.
Chill.
Just
Flying in
'cause-
the air with good old Vorse in your arms.
Just because it's been a while, if somebody is knocked and I give them any amount of healing,
Yeah.
it automatically brings them back up, right?
Correct.
Okay. So,
Stabilizes.
Shake and Bake Ricky Bobby, I would like to fly over top.
Shake and bake, baby! Slingshot! Slingshot!
It's fine. I'm going to, like a claw machine, drop Vorst on top
If it ain't Mike Honcho herself.
Okay.
drop Vorst onto Arthur.
Okay.
And I'm willing to take the 3 levels of exhaustion to cast Mass Healing Word on 6 people.
Whew. You got it.
Okay.
Weren't you already at a level of exhaustion?
I was not.
She was not now.
Okay,
I am.
that's right.
I'll say if you would like to consume a reaction, Glenn, to make an attack on Arthur as you're falling, if you would remotely like to, I would say because you're falling, it would effectively be a disadvantage. Obviously, up to you.
If it hits, does it have momentum?
Sure. What were you going to ask, Joe?
I don't remember.
Do you know when to add exhaustion for yourself?
No, that's what I was
So
looking
conditions, and then towards the bottom, if you scroll through, it'll tell you
for.
levels.
Oh.
Yeah, no, they're real bad.
So if you click on the
So
down arrow,
landing
it'll
on
show you.
Arthur.
Okay.
She's claw machining you. You're gonna land on Arthur, maybe. Like, it's not a definitive. I've played claw machines. It's not a definitive. Like, you kind of think you got it, and then the fucking claws.
Well, the dropping is kind of definitive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of just like
grabbing.
Eagle Buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Get him.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think of like reactionary attack as to how I could quantify my chances
Mm-hmm.
of dropping onto this man.
Yeah, are you like running like a surfboard?
Listen,
Like what is happening?
Are you wearing a mask?
Macho Man.
I am absolutely
No, the mask
telling
is
you
probably
that,
falling
like,
off.
you would be falling close enough to him / on him that you would absolutely be able to attack him with whatever you would like.
Hit him with the shoe.
I can't promise that this is going to work out great.
Yeah, I mean it's better than not trying.
There you go.
All
Go for
right.
it.
I'd rather take my chances. So it's
Stars.
unarmed strike with disadvantage. It's gonna be a 16.
16 does not hit.
Alrighty.
So you would fall. From what height are you dropping him?
I'll drop him down a little bit lower. I'll say 20 feet.
Okay. Yeah, you would attempt to strike. Would you be doing like elbow, 2 hands, like fist overhead?
I guess if I was gonna fall, he's facing that way
Yep.
towards Melithel, Melisy, and the cottage. I'd be falling facing the same direction on top of him.
Yep.
So I guess it would be like kind of like a elbow down to like here.
Okay.
Well, like
Elbow.
because
to
if
the
I was gonna
clavicle.
land that, blow with a tavern brawler, I was gonna make the attempt to grapple immediately.
Sure.
So I would have fallen like that.
Yeah, I will say that You land in the right area. He feels your presence as you're falling. Doesn't really like step mechanically to the
Just
side,
sort of.
moving 5 feet. Slides ever so slightly to the side, so you land adjacent to him, so like you guys are perpendicular.
Cool superhero land.
You take 10 falling damage.
I'm also gonna cast the Mass Healing Word.
Yep.
So we'll do Retora, Melithel, Melicy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who else is in the area. Did anybody else get hit? Oh,
Well, me now.
yeah. I guess we'll give it to the green guy.
I don't want your filthy healing.
And did we ever clarify if Catherine's up or down?
Catherine cannot be healed.
Oh.
She is undead.
No. Okay.
Oh.
R.I.P.
Catherine, I get it again. Deuces. Hey,
Tough shit.
hey.
Do
You
like
got a
that
second
sometimes?
life. You're good.
Yep.
You had 2 chances.
You didn't really fall that much. You have wings.
Who, me?
Yes.
I have
Oh,
wings.
you still fell.
I have wings, but no fly speed.
I'm definitely
His wings
bloody.
are made of bone.
All right, fine. You can take
Definitely
some
still
also.
bloody.
Fine.
I'm also bloody.
Do I roll each one, or is it just one?
Just roll the value and everybody will get back that
Okay,
because it's
that's
faster.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody gets 7.
Thank you.
You're
Let's
welcome.
see.
I'm still bloody.
There's snow in your face. Like, is he? Oh, wait. Oh.
You're alive again.
Welcome back.
Again.
You lose the spell.
I mean,
Wouldn't have mattered really right now anyway. Unless you guys tried to make a fast getaway to the sky. Catch us now, bitch!
I shouldn't be down here. Send me back. We're sky people now.
I don't know if he is Hexstone Strength. I don't know if that means anything.
he's got the chain with the ring
In his right
in
hand.
his right hand. Left hand is the glove.
Glove and the gun. Gun is spinning. Well, the chamber is spinning, not the whee!
He could be spinning the gun like a gunslinger.
Mm-hmm.
Just endlessly spinning it.
For 6 seconds while he's channeling the spell.
Yeehaw.
Oh, I'm gonna yee so hard.
Oh!
Thank you.
Did I need to roll burnout?
Oh, I hauled all
It was a
three.
Did it consume a spell slot? And it's a D8.
Yep. Roll high. It's easy.
Yeah, just roll high.
You're good. You didn't burn out.
Did not burn out.
No.
Chell did not burn out.
Good. Thank you. On a D8.
On a
Mm-hmm.
D8.
Okay.
He's right in front of them, right?
Mm-hmm. They've both been healed.
Yeah.
They're both still bloody.
Sorry, it's in his right hand.
The ring is
the
in
ring
his
is
right hand, yes.
I'm going to face step to this space right here,
Okay.
to the right of him.
Mm-hmm.
And so he has to make a wisdom saving throw. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll take a step forward first.
Sure.
Before I do that.
Yeah.
And then do it. I have to be
Okay.
within 5 feet of them for it to have the effect.
Sure.
Teleport.
Yeah.
Knock over everybody.
Well, we're already knocked over.
15.
Come on, John.
What?
It's a 12.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to snatch the ring from him. Would you allow me to do that and also put myself between
Him and the two of them?
and the two of them?
Yeah. Would you do that in a swift motion, trying to swipe and reposition?
If possible, if I could try to swipe and even just grab the ring and throw it back
To them?
to them, and in the same motion put myself
Mm-hmm.
in front of them.
Okay.
Like a pickpocket.
Like monkey in the middle.
Take his wallet too.
Yeah. Just the cash. Put the wall back.
If
have a
possible,
watch.
like just simultaneously with the face step, so
Yeah.
that it's as
Yeah, as swift and
robbing me?
unknown as
Just a second.
possible.
yeah. Just suddenly I'm in front of him.
Yeah. You can make the sleight of hand check with advantage.
You got it. Come on. All that experience pickpocketing in the woods.
Come on, life of crime.
My passive perception's an 18.
Just Saphira dice hit, you know?
Channel Golem, you got it.
Oh, damn.
Who rolls well? Nobody.
Filthy hardwoods.
This one's been really good to me.
I think I have that one actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a good feeling about it.
Oh, my hands are sticky.
It's fine. It's the luck.
That one did roll better. Sleight of hand.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say what his perception was?
18.
It's a 16.
You come very close to getting it out of his hands. Again, he is not like split his concentration on anything. He is attempting to cast a spell. So as you appear dexterously right to his side, the ring would be in his palm, a little sliver of the chain would be dangling down. You would get your fingers right around that chain, pull the chain, and he would break the ring from the necklace, leaving just the necklace in your hand and just the ring in his. And you would like to interpose yourself between the two?
I imagine this is Melissy's ring that he's holding.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They need that.
I'm afraid I needed much more.
Who are you?
Arthur Harwood.
No, you're not.
Always have been. I'm real sorry about this. You attacked me. I've been readying the spell. You interpose yourself between them. And as the gun spins, you see electricity begin to rattle around from the barrel of each chamber. And forth from the actual barrel of the gun, in a good old line, a string of lightning.
A line?
A line. We're making deck saves.
Am I in that?
No, you're all the way over there. If he's aiming it this way.
Well, I would have
Well,
pushed them
yeah.
back,
They're in between.
so I'd
like
be
that.
like here.
I think you're just
Yeah,
still
you're
outside
still
the-
out of
You're
it.
just on the outside of it. Lucky.
So is it a spell attack?
It's a
Is it spell?
save.
Deck saves.
Okay, right, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's just weird that he's using the gun.
It's a spellcasting focus.
I got a 15.
Melithil. Melisy.
Are they both in the line?
Mm-hmm. They would be like literally huddled together, and it's 10 feet wide.
Oh, it's 10 foot.
Yeah, like he's spirit gunning them. Yeah, no, both of them are not going to make that.
A lot of dice.
$23 lightning damage to you and the two of them.
I mean, I'm down again.
So are they. A very swift, rattling sensation, an intense shockwave pours over you as it wraps around your body, and you feel it slide behind you with a graceful wind that feels almost natural. The storm has been brewing. And you feel yourself go limp once again. Fall unconscious here at another level of dying. And that's your turn. Well, comes over to Benjamin. Can I 30 feet fly to Arthur?
Yeah. Yep.
He would fly and land right next to Arthur's legs and hold his father by like his waist. It's Benjamin's turn. And we go to Catherine.
Is she making undeath saves?
I would say the blanket fell off her from the fall. And we're in the clearing of the meadow. Where did she land? Yeah. She's kind of in the clearing of the meadow.
Did she catch any snow cover from the snow falling out of the sky?
She was also not in sunlight last
The
time.
snow would have been at her feet.
She was not in sunlight last time, correct?
She had the mask on.
She had the mask on here.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Which is why I'm asking if
Would
she
she have
caught any
fallen
snow
face
cover.
forward? Or?
That's what I'm thinking.
Or ash or debris from the fire as well.
Like, would fall this way. So, I mean, I'd say it's a 50-50. She falls face down or face up. Because she falls unconscious as soon as she strikes the ground. I don't think she has any sense of control over that. Cheers. Do you want to look at the natural one?
Is that good or bad? We don't. Which way?
I would always rule the lower is the negative. Sincerely.
I mean, falling face first is pretty bad in most situations.
For the effect of this, this would be the bad side. She would fall and be a dying one. She would take the 20 radiant damage as the sunlight is striking her face. Go to dying too. Yeah. And then she... Hypersensitivity gets attack rolls and ability
Where's the
checks.
dying conditions? Are those in the Discord?
Mhm. Yep. So she checks against the 2 levels of dying plus 10, which is 12. That's a 4. So she would go to dying 3. And that would be it for Catherine. And then we would go to Glenn.
So I have a question about an item in my inventory.
Sure.
This sunblade.
Yep.
It appears as a hilt
Mm-hmm.
until it is summoned with a bonus action in which it just springs out.
You can't like summon it inside of someone, if that's what your question is.
Yeah. It's just gonna fire it right through him.
Yeah.
Just genuinely curious because I didn't see that when I first got it.
Yep.
I'm behind him.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking away.
Yeah.
Is he right-handed or left-handed?
He seems pretty ambidextrous, to be blunt. Like, he fought with 2 weapons previously pretty accurately and exquisitely.
Mm-hmm.
He seems like he casts with left and fights with right.
Which hand is gloved?
Left.
Left, and that's the one that he's got the gun in?
Correct.
And having seen him hex people before,
Mm-hmm.
would I be privy to the fact that he is still hexed?
Yeah, there will be visual indication on him. I will tell you, you're also an Eldritch Knight and you know about weapon bond.
Mm-hmm. I'm torn because it's still Arthur, but it's also not Arthur.
Sure.
Could still be Arthur without a hand, though. Yep, I don't have any of my weapons pulled or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I am simply going to bear hug him with the attempt of grabbing the wrist
Mm-hmm.
that the gun is in
Sure.
and pointing it up.
Sure.
So like bear hug around and hold the one arm up.
Absolutely.
So that if his gun is facing in any direction, it would just be up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Grapple away.
First
Disadvantage.
Wrist control. Then you pull up your gun.
It's just a
For you, it's athletics.
athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Flat roll, right?
Yeah. I'm a 7.
I am a 14.
Yep. So you bear hug him from behind, and you get one arm up.
Yeah, I would, my right hand would go up under his arm and kind of scoop around to his neck to kind of like hold him like this and then hold the one arm up.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to spin him to like just make him look? Not to move him out of his space, but to make him look a certain direction.
I think that's fine with another contested check, sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to bend him so that he sees Catherine laying on the ground.
You got it. I'm at 12. Still athletics.
That is a 19 on the die.
You got it.
Love to see it.
Spin him around. Gun up, second arm wrapped around his neck, and you turn his head so he's looking over in the direction of Catherine, crumpled on the ground.
No, I'm gonna whisper into his ear. You willing to leave this behind, Arthur?
I would say he is silent. Anything else on your turn? Since you have him in a bear hug, I would tell you that you would feel his body kind of like jitter or slightly shake against yours. Indiscernible what emotional state. Especially since he would be facing away from you, because you'd be facing him out and you'd be behind him.
So would the grapple consumes one of my actions? Would spinning him consume the other action?
Yeah, for the 2 extra attacks, I'm allowing you to do replacement effects on those 2 effects.
Okay.
But no, neither of them would have consumed your bonus action.
For-
You had something for that.
Bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Gentle caress.
No, since I have Tavern Brawler, would you permit me to use my bonus action as one of the grapples and then use one action to just chop block the back of his knee with my knee to get him to like drop to a knee?
Tavern Brawler lets you grapple on a bonus.
Yep, when you hit a creature with an unarmed strike or an improvised weapon on your turn, you can use your bonus action to attempt to grapple the target.
Yeah, it would be sequenced
yeah.
differently, but I don't remotely care about going through
Yeah.
that. I would let you do that. Absolutely.
Yeah, so grab him, spin him, whisper in his ear, and then I'd hit the back of his knee to drop him down so that he's like arm up, and I'm holding him, and he's like being forced to stare at his dead wife.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, you can make the attack roll. Because it is actually an attack for the like knee chop.
So with advantage
18 on the die.
Not because he's grappled, no. He's not
18 on the
restrained.
die.
It's going to connect.
Yep.
Tavern Brawler for you is the D4 plus your strength mod.
That's gonna be 7. 7 bludgeoning.
You got it.
To his leggies.
Mm-hmm.
Leggy. Yeah. Look at her, Arthur.
Feels fair. Feels sad. You feel him shake. And that is all. We'll go to Lawrence.
How'd I land on this roof?
I mean, I would say, like, you were prepping to get the bedroll out, like, as you felt yourself suddenly just, like, go. I would say that you're a woodsman, you have climbed trees, you have a fine sense of understanding of how to position yourself when you're on height for trying to minimize, like, your exposure. So, like, I would say you would wisely rotate your body so where it's the apex of the height, you would and like catch your hands along the pinnacle of the roof. So you'd be like feet into the shingles, fingers on the height of the roof.
Sure.
Very early Spider-Man again-esque.
Everyone's Spider-Man today.
We're assembling our team of heroes.
Team Spider-Man.
We're all
Team Spider-Man.
We're all fuck off.
You. I guess then I would. I would, you know, lengthen out and slide toward the edge to try to go, you know, feet first.
Yeah.
Not dropping the weight until I'm hanging about as much as I can.
Yep.
And get down to the ground and round the corner.
It's a solid 1 falling damage just from the like 10 feet from the shingles to the ground.
And I would round the corner and I guess I would attempt to establish a telepathic link with what appears to be Arthur.
Can you read your telepathic link for me real quick?
I can. You can speak telepathically to any creature you can see within 50 feet of you. You do not need to share a language with the creature for it to understand, but the creature must be able to understand at least one language. As an action, when you are speaking telepathically to a creature, you can give that creature the ability to speak telepathically with you for the next hour, or until you end this effect as an action.
Well, he's obviously a creature. You do establish a link.
And I would say, you have what you came for. If you don't want to talk about it, then please just go.
Okay.
If you want to talk about it, I agree with Ritora. They do need that. Perhaps there's something else we could find for you.
Would you use your action to permit him to speak back, or would you save it for something else?
Yeah, I'd use my action to permit him to speak back. And I guess out loud, I would say, stand down. Audibly enough for the people still struggling with this man to hear. I assume he doesn't appear to be bloodied.
Yeah, I mean... I would say you would hear back as you permit the link to connect to him at everything you've said. I'll be on my merry way quite shortly. And then we would go to DJ.
I'm gonna walk over and take the ring from him. He's grappled. I'm gonna...
This is up. It's in this
It's in
hand.
his hand, so if I'm scooping this way, his arm would be like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. In that case,
Mhm.
I'm gonna smack him in the hand with my hammer.
Yeah, you can make the attack roll.
Break his fingers.
It's the goal.
That's the glove hand that's up in the air, right?
No, the
it was
glove
other
hand's holding the gun.
Glove hand has gone. Ring
Glove
hand
gun,
is-
sky.
But the
ring
glove hand's the one
hand
that's
down.
up.
Yep.
Okay.
Glove hand is up.
So I'm aiming for the hand that has the ring in it.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
Sick. So... I don't know if I would have done it one-handed or two-handed. Likely two, because I wouldn't have taken time to grab my shield. I would have just run over and hit him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a 6.
For the damage?
Mm-hmm. Does his hand open?
I would genuinely say no.
Going for it again.
Yeah. You, like, he's here, you're smacking it into his chest. Like, it's hitting his armor. This is definitively the thing he wants more than anything, right? Like, he could divert his attention from getting this and just slaughter you if he wanted. He does not want to let this go, even to the pain.
My goal is to crush his hand to the point that it's no longer
Cool.
operable, and
Yeah.
it just goes limp and he drops it.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm shooting for.
You got it.
Or swinging for. Yeah. That's a 9.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that your second one goes into the same general location, but he is able to fight sufficiently where he is moving his hands against force. I'm going to say that you're just going to, like, crack off of his breastplate and slightly elevate. I'll say you can still roll the damage.
Sick. Okay. That is 9.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move myself to him.
I gotcha.
Okay. If you can...
You can knock all the elves over.
Yeah, that fire's pretty much not there.
Mhm.
So.
Anything else on your turn?
Thanks.
That was both my actions. Yes. I'm gonna cast, as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on Vorst.
Okay.
Since I'm right there.
Sure.
What's that do?
He has disadvantage if he chooses to attack you. Or, no, he has to make a wisdom save before he attempts to target you, and if he fails the wisdom save, he has to target something else or forfeit. If he targets you specifically.
Gotcha.
And my burnout is... I'm still at D10.
Mm-hmm.
I do not burn out.
Good. Your sanctuary voice. We go to Paul.
So I just fucking slam my head on the ground, right? Just
Yes. Yep. Like, world is woozy, everything looks fuzzy and incoherent.
I mean, I guess I'd use half my movement to stand, and then the other 5 feet to move behind that tree.
Yep.
And just kind of lean against it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I figured.
I would like to say that I'm not obscuring myself entirely.
Okay. Sure. Well, comes to me. Thank you.
The house!
House goes 100
Drop
feet
it on the
up into
winch.
We banished the house.
To what plane?
Yeah, is it not from here?
It's actually undead.
It'll come back.
In a minute.
Just crushes the party.
The fucking demon's gonna be inside. Look at my house.
Look at my crib.
I'm a homeowner now.
Yeah, I'm absolutely misty stepping out of this. It's up to 30. I'm misty stepping effectively right behind Benjamin.
What?
Yeah, like,
Magic's great.
right? It's just verbal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he would absolutely just mutter, "No." And he would reappear behind Benjamin. And he would pick up Benjamin. Ring in one hand, gun in the other. Benjamin kind of tucked against his chest in his right arm. And he would open his palm in front of Benjamin, who would grab the ring. You all have a mighty fine day now. Won't you stop back in my city whenever you're feeling better? And he and Benjamin would vanish from your sight. Swiftly. As he teleports away. Still an initiative. Because we have multiple people unconscious and Catherine Hart would die.
Yeah, I'm crawling over to Catherine Hartwood
Mm-hmm.
and covering her with my cloak.
Absolutely.
She's undead. I can't heal her. I can't spare the dying.
Mm-hmm. She's undead.
She's undead. I would... I can't heal her. Knowing that my... whatever power was in me before is gone,
Mm-hmm.
I would... and being completely out of spell slots, I would attempt to exhaust myself and channel whatever holy magic I could in prayer to try to put some sort of pseudo life
Mm-hmm.
in her. I would call out to the Raven Queen and just cry. And however many levels of exhaustion, that's...
I would say 1. What would you say when you cry out, Don?
Please. No more pain.
You feel nothing return to Catherine Hartwood. Joe?
Seeing a fellow sister fall,
Mm-hmm.
I would just clumsily, just exhausted, make my way over to her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it'll do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Take off one of, or I guess I use my one exposed finger to slice at my other finger and try and feed her my blood.
I think that's a very clever thing to do. I would say that you have the impulse as you do this, and you place your finger in her mouth to, with your thumb of that hand, to squeeze her jaw So her fangs embed into your fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's genius. Yeah. You're gonna take 8 piercing damage.
Take it.
Great. Now you're gonna turn into a vampire.
Oh no! Ah.
Right?
Now,
Oh, jeez.
My teeth are all long, and my fingers.
Right.
Wait, they're always like this.
Yeah, and I will tell you that as you do so, you feel your blood obviously gush out from the penetration in your fingers from the puncture wounds. And you feel her genuinely, like, ever so slightly reach up towards your wrist as she does so. And, like, effectively suckle at your fingers.
Yeah.
Like, she is a death door.
Yeah.
But she absolutely regenerates hit points from that.
Yeah. I won't try and like pull away or anything. Just
Mhm.
let her take as much as she needs.
I think we can leave initiative. Unless, well, nope, sorry. Melithel and Melicy are in terrible pain.
Well, I'm already open. Here you go, guys.
Yeah, you're taking care of the vampires.
This might as well happen.
Right?
You want some of this shit?
Yeah.
Lost your magic ring, become a vampire.
Go to Sarah.
Answers questions.
Yeah.
So
Give them your
Mhm.
blood.
I am at dying 2.
Correct.
Is our death saves considered ability checks?
Saving throws.
Okay.
So you check against 12, 10 plus you're dying. If you pass, you're up. What'd you roll?
3.
You're a dying 3. Benjamin's gone. Catherine wouldn't really move as she is racked with pain and at like 3 hit points. She would absolutely, after a moment, pull your hand from her mouth and you would hear her mutter underneath the blanket. Where's Benjamin?
I don't answer her. I just like try and console her. Just. I'm not like shushing her. I'm just like trying to like.
Yeah. Yep. We go to Glenn.
So the 3 druids are all down,
Yep.
relatively laying in a heap, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, sorry, they roll their saves before you.
Yes.
Because they're both dying too. Melithel first. Hey, baby. 15.
Love to see it.
Melissy. Hey, baby, 14. Look at these druids.
Killing it.
Showing you how it's done.
My
Yeah.
elders.
Right? You would hear them both kind of like sputter and their breathing would kind of genuinely stabilize. They would be on the brink of consciousness. So 1 druid down.
Yeah. I'm gonna move over to like the apex of the 3 of them and try to like squish them in together
Mm-hmm.
so that they're real close. Help. Help. Look around the group and I see everybody just like spitting blood and
Yeah.
coughing and not able to stand up.
Yep.
Lock eyes with Desgrim. Nez, help.
I'll try.
We would go to Lawrence.
Alright, who's still down?
Just Retora.
Just Retora.
Yep.
And she's got several people next to her.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
This is a pile over here of druids.
Druid pile.
Just a druid.
Yeah, put,
Yeah.
put me around
It's
where
called a
their
puddle.
And
heads
then
at.
where's Vorst?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, I guess I would
Where the heads are at. Yeah.
make my way over here to Felix and
Mhm.
extend a hand to him after that disgusting face.
Right.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Just like a little.
You're exhausted.
I hate you so much. He sent me like 10 gifts of people face planting.
Oh, my God.
I'm just gonna wave. It's just a minute.
I'll stand here and wait till he's ready.
Take a nice breath.
We go to DJ.
That's actually
All right. I'm gonna run over and cast Cure Wounds on Retora.
Roll your burnout.
The crumple.
It really is that. It's so
It really
bad.
had to be in that one.
Like a fucking scorpion. You hit the ground just chest first, head over head.
It's a miracle you didn't get down.
Should have dashed.
10 hit points.
Very good. Yeah. I would say at that point it would be safe to leave initiative. You know.
Just
Everybody's
Hello.
alive. Hello. Yeah, I mean the two older druids are like, you know, stable at like 1. So
I'm gonna.
Did we get it back?
not quite.
I don't want to say no.
Not quite.
I hate to disappoint you.
We may have also lost Benjamin.
yeah, I mean the two druids are like pretty unconscious, and Catherine's over there just like gasping for breath underneath a blanket as she clings to life.
I think we should make our way into the cabin.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds. So they're at like 1 hit point each.
Effectively,
roughly.
yes. They're stabilized. They're at like a pseudo 0.
All right, yeah, I'll give each of them a Cure Wounds.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Once they're conscious, I mean, they have spell slots. They can distribute some healing.
So I guess 10 for. I probably would have done Melicy
Okay.
first,
Okay.
and that's not as good. 6 for Melithil.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and drop down to my knees and kind of pick Melithel up by his shoulders, like get him sitting up on my lap.
Mm-hmm.
Slap his face a little bit, like.
Hey!
Hello.
What's going on? Your gun friend's real angry. Is he usually like that?
Just look around at everybody else. Help!
My oatmeal!
He's not usually like that.
The oatmeal?
That too.
No, it's usually not up in the air. It's usually in the pot. Baby, you okay? She just... Oh, shit! I mean, yeah, obviously you heal her, and she's like, please keep it down. Sorry. I don't like that guy. He's not very nice. No, he's bad. Yeah, he's real bad.
Ritor's just sobbing.
Why are you crying?
Nobody.
I can make more oatmeal.
You just fell.
I'm sorry.
For the oatmeal? It's alright. Just oats and meal.
She's not hearing the words you say. She's just.
He kind of gently pushes
Muttering.
against your shoulder.
I'm sorry.
Seriously,
I'm so sorry.
It's just oatmeal. we can get it back. I could scoop it out the snow. Everything's gonna be all right.
Aether's just over there on his knees, like face down at the ground, shoulders down. Just
Yeah, you screamed at me. Why'd you do that?
he doesn't say anything. He's just
Baby, they're real rough right now. Yeah.
I think we need to go into the cabin.
Yeah,
Get
I'm
out
just
of the
like
open.
hobbling over with Catherine. Like, I don't want to impose. I know we just met. Can we get her out of the sunlight?
Oh yeah, scary lady. You can go in the house.
Okay. You have to welcome me first.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Say
Yeah, I
I'm
just
your
like-
friend.
No. Yeah, I just hobble around.
It's really inconvenient, but also kind of.
It's less comforting, to be honest.
Right.
I'm gonna kind of look around at where everybody's at, see them going into the cabin. Look at Nesgrim and point at Melicy. Inside.
Yeah, sure.
I'm
I'll
gonna
help.
go ahead and scoop up Melithel. Start
Mm,
moving.
that's a good hug.
I'll help Melicy to her feet and move her inside.
Yeah, she gingerly,
Carry across threshold.
right?
Oh my.
I've never felt so fancy.
I'll extend my hand to Felix again,
Right.
and I'll smirk at him a little bit.
Everybody.
Give him an eyebrow raise.
Is it the hand that the gem is in?
He'll be able to see that I'm not bloodied.
Is it the gemmed hand?
Yeah, I mean, it would be inside the glove.
Yep. Sure.
Just gonna look down at your palm and attack him at you.
Kiss the glove.
We should get inside.
Yeah, I'll take your hand and
Yeah,
you do
help him
all
walk
of
inside
the-
because
all
he
the
is
work.
how exhausted?
very.
Yep. Yeah. No. I mean, everybody stumbles into the little old cottage.
I'm still on the snow.
Say I'm
I'm
halfway
also
there.
Yeah. Two of you guys out in the snow.
unconsolable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess once I get Felix inside, I'd turn around to go help up a boy.
You'd have to drag me inside.
Uh-huh. Yeah, like
I'm literally
get
like,
up underneath and
Yep.
stand you up.
functionally catatonic.
We're going inside now.
I failed.
No. None of us were ready for that. Especially not after Rita. You will learn from this, and you will move forward. Let's go inside.
Yeah,
I'd
pretty
drag
much
him
have
in.
to- Yeah, yeah.
And if Ritora wasn't up and on her way in by the time I get him in, I'd turn around and go back for her.
Yeah.
I was
No,
gonna
you
say
guys
if
would.
once I got Melithel in, I was gonna put him down and then head out to go to her
Yeah. You can place him on one of the little,
chair, bed, whatever.
chair.
Beanbag chair.
Oh,
I feel like you
have
have
a
a
little
beanbag.
tree trunk.
Little like mushroom chair.
Chairs adjacent to like the table. You just kind of like gently set him down and be like, no, don't go.
Be back.
Oh, all right, goodbye. Make sure you close the door on your way out. See you next time.
If he's like, are you standing outside? Are you standing outside awkwardly?
Yeah,
I shut the door with nothing.
I'll just like I walk out the door, hear him say that stop, and like turn around and just stand in the doorway staring at him like.
And you see it shut slowly.
And then it opens again and I walk out. Should get Ritora.
Okay.
Oh, we'll go inside.
I'm gonna
I
walk.
did bad.
Yeah, I'll walk up to Ritora and just like crouch down and put my hand on her shoulder.
She's still just
Hey. Hey.
Cut some cheese.
Hey.
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 I would actually chuckle a little.
You wanna go inside?
This is my fault.
You wanna stay outside for a sec?
I'll tell you the same thing that I told Ether. None of us were ready for this.
We trusted him. I suggested
We
we
all
bring him here.
trusted him. All of us.
Him not who he was.
Why does this keep happening?
It's bad up here.
Cold.
This happened at home too.
All you can do is learn and move forward.
What did I learn? I fell into the same trap I did the first time.
Then learn better this time. But keep moving forward. On your feet. Pick her up.
Get up and do something.
I also have a level of exhaustion, so she's...
Yeah. Yeah, pretty limp in your arms.
If not wanna go inside, help me find things. I lose some stuff.
We'll let Ritora rest. I'll come back out and help you.
Okay,
I'd walk her inside.
go sit down.
I'm gonna sit her down away from Ether so that they can't feed each other's depressed energy.
We
I'd go back outside to help Forrest look for his belongings that fell out of the sky.
I'm just meandering around looking down at the snow.
Yeah, no, it'll take you guys a moment or so to collect his things with his armor and his weapons and whatnot.
You see where my face went?
Yo, what now?
Dead.
Oh, your mask. So I have a flashback of him losing his head.
Just shell-shocked.
Probably in the same spot.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess I'd head in that direction.
Yep.
Just the face.
Pick
Just
up all
the
my
head.
armor that got tossed everywhere when it went up and then back down again.
Mm-hmm.
Is it over there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Pick it up and walk it back to him.
Mm-hmm.
You mean this, right?
Yeah. Just take it and put it back on the pile of stuff that I'm just holding.
I know you haven't had time to process, but how are you doing?
Hurt.
Yeah.
Cold.
Let's go inside.
Cold's good though. Not bad. Not great. Not bad. What time of day is it?
Still midday.
Everything happened so quickly.
What a weird afternoon.
Right? Uh-huh.
We didn't get to finish breakfast. I bet there's food to be had. What?
You talk?
In your head?
You try?
Sure. I would say into his mind.
Hmm?
And allow him to speak back.
Hmm? Yeah, you hear it clearly.
It's very hard to speak.
Yeah.
The thought of eating feels gross.
Chicken inside!
Ringing the bell.
Yeah, he's absolutely ringing the dinner bell.
With the chicken.
There's a chicken inside! Help! It's still alive! Help!
That's when we learned that Melitha's really afraid of chickens.
Right? God damn!
It's Melissy. She's playing a prank on.
Oh, baby, I forgot the spices!
I'm not 700%.
Right?
Maybe
Yes.
I'll come out later and sit.
Yes. For now, I think the rest of them would be comforted to have you in there.
I'll come sit. It'll probably be more helpful that way. I can't do much, but I could try. And then, yeah, I guess I'll start moseying towards the door.
And head in with him.
Yeah, well, everybody convenes inside. Melithel is genuinely inside chasing a chicken around. It's not Melisy. She is, like, exhausted, resting her back against, the wall. She's just kind of, like, clumped into a corner as she got up to try to, like, take a step and realized she's exhausted. And, just kind of, like, slowly slunk down against the wall. And, he's carelessly running around hunting this chicken. Eventually catches it a few seconds later and looks back at everybody. Y'all hungry?
I'd be starting a fire while he was chasing it. If there wasn't already one lit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Damn arson. God damn.
Mm-hmm. Y'all like chicken, right?
Of course.
Snap its head? What was that?
You see that?
Yep.
Okay.
There's Melithel, joking his chicken.
Right there in front of everybody.
Yep. It's my house.
Yay!
That's perfect.
Pervert!
Starts plucking the feathers. I can roast it. All right. Why don't y'all relax, settle in? Y'all said you wanted to get high before, right?
Perhaps not now.
Why not?
Would it help?
Help?
After...
Chicken?
Sure.
Probably.
All
if you're
right.
trying to go to bed.
Sure.
Sleepy time.
I think most of us could use bed.
Yeah, some nice chamomile, little group smoke, some chicken. This is a good day.
Oh.
Yes. That's a good attitude to have.
Attitude.
What does
You got
Melody
it.
see?
She's like despondent in the corner, kind of like shrunk into like a little bit of a ball, like pseudo-fetal position. You know, tears definitively welling up in her eyes as she's looking at him.
Yeah, I guess I would turn and speak into her mind.
Mm-hmm.
What happens now?
I mean, you would hear her whimper and mutter just, I don't know.
How long do you have without it?
I don't know.
Let me know if there's anything any of us can do to help.
Thank you. I'll sit here for a short while and get the benefits of a short rest for anybody that cares about it. Melithel makes a delicious roast chicken, and the hut begins to smell like rosemary and thyme as he's dicing up some potatoes that he's pulling off of little hanging plants that are down from the rafters. Gathers some herbs and spices, and Nesgrim lights a fire. He takes a large cast iron pot and sets the chicken and all the vegetables and everything in it and sets it over it. And you guys are all sitting around, and Melicy looks over at everybody and just, you guys did gather the herbs for the dreams.
Is that what we were flying around for?
Yes.
Okay.
Again, you guys did genuinely come up here for the intention of getting high with them. And then, shit got wacky.
To be fair, I got drugged along.
Right?
I didn't come around for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to get live.
Yeah. She would make sure that you guys give her all of the things, and
Hand
she
over
would,
the bees.
Yeah, effectively, like, she would gather all of the ingredients necessary for dream walking, and Melithel would cook chicken. And I don't know if there's anything anybody would like to do during that time frame.
I would like to sit in a corner.
Facing the corner.
Kind of like against the wall. Just like facing, not like into the room. Just like away from, not directly into the corner.
Sure.
Like crazy.
Yeah.
I would just sit slumped and stare at the fire. Like, not looking at anything, just million-yard stare.
Yeah.
We'll be casually just shooting around the room, looking at everybody, kind of looking all
Yeah,
distressed
obviously
and
there's
everything,
an air of tension and anxiety and exhaustion and fear.
And I'll stare at back Aether's head for a while, stare at the back of Retor's head for a while, look around, and then I'll see Felix.
My eyes are closed and
Did he, you said he smacked his feeties against the house? And
He hit his one foot on the top of the roof and then went crumpling forward.
Okay, so he
Yeah,
caught the
the-
foot. And
Yes.
yeah, and
Yes,
then just
it
and
is
then
quite
scorpion.
genuinely like a
Just
gift.
like this.
It's
I talked a little bit further. Okay, there's a little bit more rolling. You know.
His
So I
spine
get
is now
shot.
shaped like a U.
Yeah. I'll walk over and find like a pillow or something and like prop his leg up, the one that he smacked.
I'm just holding Catherine and like occasionally like glancing over at Vorst. Just,
Yeah. She inside would obviously remove the blanket, and you guys would be able to see now her again sans mask, like the defining features of the chestnut brown hair, the opaque eyes. She would look very pretty, undead, but very pretty.
If you're into that sort of thing.
Wait, where are my glasses?
Right?
Ooga.
Yeah, I mean, during this time frame, like, she would obviously sob hysterically at the thought of Benjamin being gone, and you would feel, as the moments pass and that the intensity of that anguish kind of starts to drain out of her, you would feel her tense and just swear under her breath, like with you adjacent, I'm going to fucking kill you, Arthur.
What did she say?
I'm going to kill you, Arthur.
Oh, I thought she said it to me. I was like, what did I have to do?
I'm going to kill you!
I was this close to dying.
Right?
Now I'm gonna make it your problem.
I just, like, just under my breath so she can hear, just he'll get what's coming to him.
Mm-hmm.
They all will.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Time slowly passes, and Melithel begins plating some delicious chicken for everybody and some potatoes.
Did Catherine's mask make it inside?
I would say that would realistically be something you guys would have gathered when you were getting forced
Yeah.
belongings. Yeah, I mean, distribution of, chicken and potatoes, and obviously for the two catatonic elves, like Melithel would walk over and just put it in front of you and just, like, hold it in front of your nose. Smells good!
I would just like
Say it! Smells good, buddy.
yes, it smells good.
Yeah, I made this for you. Remember that.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's real nice having y'all visit. We don't get visitors often. Comes over and gives you a plate as well. Smells good, huh?
Take it. Tears
Mm-hmm.
immediately.
Absolutely.
Same.
Yeah, I mean, he, takes a plate over to Melisy and, sits down next to her and, chin up. You're too pretty to frown. And she just, lightly chuckles and looks over at him. We're gonna get high with these folks. This is a celebration. And she just kind of, same thing, tears at the edge of her eyes, nods. Assuming everybody relaxes and eats.
Mm-hmm.
After it cools off.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Say another half an hour or so goes by. Everybody relaxes and eats, and we're hitting the later portion of the afternoon and everything. And after the two of them eat, they continue working for another maybe 15-20 minutes to get the herbs and stuff ready. And
During that mix-up, after we eat, but we're waiting for them to, roll it.
yeah.
I'll grab Catherine's mask and kind of walk across the room to her.
Mm-hmm.
You need?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
You need in here?
Not in here, no. Only when we're outside in the sun.
You should leave off more often.
Not used to being around people that I don't have to wear it for.
Very pretty.
Thank you.
I could find flowers. And smile like, does that cheer you up?
Just sees you though.
Even still, doesn't matter.
No, thank you. The voice, it's alright. I never had a chance to explain what I meant. I said you were sick.
Far past that now.
You don't smell that way anymore.
You smell. Wait.
I hope so. Ideally not like the dead.
Yeah. You don't have word. Nice.
The flowers. Well, thank you. Maybe before we leave, you can get some more for me then.
Maybe.
I can show you how to make perfumes.
That's a thing?
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
I hate him, but he's right. You are a good boy.
Not good enough.
Agree to disagree.
Maybe. I no see it.
I do. She would actually gesture at her eyes.
Ow. That hurt.
Yeah. It did.
I don't want to laugh.
No. Takes some time to get used to, but you'll feel better.
It's dry.
Mm-hmm. Very. I don't recommend drinking blood. For you, it would not help quench the thirst.
Not usually something I do.
Didn't think so. You don't look the type.
I eat snow.
That's good.
Cold could help.
Cold could help.
Maybe later.
Mm-hmm.
You just kind of awkwardly like shuffle backwards.
Do I like the vampire lady?
This is weird.
Does the vampire lady like me?
She hit on me first.
Like way back.
Yeah.
As Vorst is backing away, like waiting until just before he turns, I just like Vorst. I've met a lot of
I
bad.
won't turn my head. I turn my whole shoulders.
No, come off.
The ground works so
hard.
I've met a lot of bad men in my time. You're not a bad man. And I'm sorry about Rita.
You said no bad man. Only bad reason. Word. Hypocrite. And a smile.
Met a lot of men that have made very bad decisions. I don't think you're one of them.
Go catch. I'll smile again awkwardly. Like, look at Felix. This is weird.
He's like, I've not slept in days.
Just look up at you. I'll hit you with a smile, and into your mind, I'll say, "Oh, I'm glad you're here."
Shuffle back and.
Just turn to Catherine. Catherine, I don't.
Well, no, and then I'll revert to what he just said to me in my head, with the same awkward smile. Glad you here.
Me too.
Just ever so slowly.
I immediately close my eyes as I see.
The cringe from John as you did it.
And the pats are definitely too hard. For tiny lady, too hard. Just pow, pow. Glad you're here.
Malifaux would hold chicken in front of you. Me too. You like chicken? Your hands are funny. That's nice.
It just like kind of like untuck the scarf and just tuck it back in. Just no reaction. Just
Look over at Melithy, and you know she's got like large mortar and pestle. And would look over at him, and you know he would bring over a cup of water at her instruction and mix it together and make another large, nice bag of sleepy time tea for everybody.
Tea?
Tea this time.
Boo.
Would rather smoke it?
I didn't say anything.
We've been given tea before.
Yeah, we have. Hit us with the triple, the three
By a lady.
Malifaux would walk over with teacups on like a little tray.
Line up.
Everybody gets to have one. Go night night. Please! I want nothing. Let me out! Yeah, they would genuinely offer tea to anybody. If anybody doesn't want the tea, you obviously don't have to drink the tea.
Yeah.
No, I would take it.
I will mystic hand it out of the tea cup and just a bubble near me. Just
That's fancy.
and
What do the teacups look like?
They would look like little
no.
rudimentary wooden ones like these
Okay.
things. And then a really weird, scary porcelain one for you.
And a fancy one that looks a lot like when you've seen.
Right?
Scalloped egg?
Yeah, it's great.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
Familiar at all?
No. Yeah, no, they would be very simple little wooden cups.
That's
Haven't had tea in a very long time.
Mm-hmm. True. Mm-hmm.
Just grab the whole cup really awkwardly and
Settle in somewhere comfy. Only takes a minute. Fall asleep. Peaceful dreams and stuff.
Do we lay on each other again?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Like small hut.
Yeah. Everybody get in a little pile. Let me put the fire out. Oh, shit.
I'm fanning it with Mystic. Oh, I can't actually. I'm holding the tea. Never mind.
Right?
He gets
Yeah,
it.
They put the fire out. And, I mean, yeah, no, the two of them just like, cuddle around the hearth and.
Gonna snuggle in both of my exhaustion boys.
No. Please, I'm so tired.
Bring it in.
Bring it on in.
Victoria's
There
just
it
staying
is.
in her corner.
There it is.
Oh, come on. You gotta get in the pile. You're not gonna dream with us if you
My
don't.
bones.
I'm gonna open my arms up to whoever.
Me and Catherine probably step in together. I don't think
Yeah,
he's next to us.
I would stand and walk over to Retora. Extend a hand.
Party ain't the same without you.
I'm just gonna bend down in front of her and grab her hands. We have to say goodbye.
She would.
Yeah. Quietly go over and join.
You'll stay warm.
Yeah. I would say it would take a moment or so and everybody would start to feel a little fuzzy. Obviously, as drowsiness sets in and
How terrifying is that as someone who doesn't
sleep. Very awkward. Like, genuinely, it's legitimately unsettling. There's almost an impulse to fight it. But you know what it's for. And you're able to willpower fight that away. Everybody drifts away to sleep. I would ask if you guys have the 10 minutes to do the spirit walking. If anybody does have to rush to leave, we could conclude, but if you guys have the 10 minutes or so to do the spirit walking, we can do that and then conclude.
If it's 10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Because it's not spirit walking for you guys so much. It's spirit walking for them. Yeah, I mean, in the same way as before, your vision kind of fades as you slowly recognize you're entering into that peaceful, somber sense of sleep. And the first thing that you see is not actually Melisy and Melithel. You see a little girl who, now that you have seen her without her mask, looks like a young Catherine Harwood. You can see that obviously her opaque eyes are still shining with the milky white. She stands in an area that you guys actually aren't familiar with. A small building. It looks pretty lively. It looks to be a tavern. You can see that she is sitting alone in a corner at a table with a small cup in front of her. And you can see that she has in her hands a very small lute. She plucks at it. Not with a sense of proficiency, almost with a childlike eagerness. Like she is excited to do it. She looks only to be about 5 or 6 years old. As she does it, she obviously looks around the tavern, and you can see her smiling in various directions. You don't hear other noise beyond the rudimentary plucking of her instrument. Then out of frame you see almost appearing out against the black backdrop of a curtain like you're watching a play and somebody is entering from the side of the stage. You see a heavy-set older man, bald, graying beard, patchy, more pronounced around the chin like a goatee. He's wearing pretty simple clothes. He looks obviously to be a barkeep. He walks over and he sets a small little wooden cup in front of her on the table. You see him vigorously pat her head and give a little fake punch to the chin. And you hear a voice echoing out. Your mother would be damn proud of you, kid. Damn proud. And suddenly everything pulls away from you. And like before, it feels as though you're watching a piece of paper burn around the edges and smolder and cinder. You see the red illuminating around the breaking of the page until it crumples in the center of your view, before switching completely to a definitely different scenery. A forest in the background of silverbark trees, with the bright red wood enveloping the small, thin silver veins in the center of the trees. Tall pine needles above them, with a light dusting covering of snow. In the foreground, you can see a little cottage with a thatched straw roof comprised of rudimentary cobblestone. You see a little smoke drifting out from the chimney above it. In front of it, a peaceful little meadow of beautiful violet flowers that look like primroses, where they have the petal shaping almost like a heart. They're lavender at the center and a darker purple around the edges. You see a little oaken door that is ajar, and in front of it, on the little step, a little girl with beautiful platinum hair and violet eyes sitting on the doorstep. You hear humming from behind her, soft elven words singing that, for those of you that understand Elvish, sounds like a lullaby, as though she's putting someone to sleep. The little girl on the step looks out across the meadow to where there is a short, little grayish-brown oaken fence that looks like it's stumps and then cross-patched with horizontal sections of wood and then a little swinging gate. It looks like it descends slightly down a hill, and that is the area in which the forest in the distance looks like it begins. So your perspective of the horizon line of the prairie is the height of the trees behind it. From the distance you hear humming as well, matching the tone of the lullaby. It gets closer, and you see a man that you have never seen before, cresting the hill, arriving at the precipice of the gate. He places one hand open on it and swings it open. He takes a step into the little prairie. It is a tall, elegant man with long, platinum, silvery-looking gold hair. Silvery-looking white gold hair. He has crescent moon-like cuff earrings where it looks like it envelops around the ear itself. He has a crown that he wears that looks like it is made of patched pieces of these violet primrose flowers. They match his violet eyes. He has beautiful silken robes with a heavier, dense fur cloak behind him over his shoulders. And as he moves, it looks as though the flowers around him sprout and grow higher. The little girl steps off of the stoop in front of the cottage, throws her arms out, and sprints at the man, who kneels down. She leaps into his arms, tackling him, and he very dramatically, very boisterously, lets out a huff and falls backwards flat onto his back, bringing her close into his chest. You all hear the sweet, serene voice of a young Melisy crying out, "Daddy, it's been so long." You hear another voice that you have not heard before, as he holds her aloft above her, looking up at her smiling, big, beautiful, brilliant smile. "I know, sweetheart, I've missed you. But sometimes the palace is quite busy. Sometimes it's hard for Daddy to steal away. But we couldn't forget your birthday now, could we?" And you see her smile and laugh heartily, and he places her down on the ground beside her, and in the distance at the open oaken door you see a woman who suddenly emerges in a long, poofy, silver dress, again with long white gold silver hair. bright violet eyes. She stands in the doorway with a little girl in her arms, obviously a few years younger than little Melisy. She stands and looks out at him and smiles, and he picks her up and walks over towards her. He places Melisy down right at the cottage stoop, ushers her inside, and little Harmony begins to slightly wake up, and she looks roughly about like 4-ish years old. The mother clearly places her down on the ground as well and ushers her in to chase after her older sister. You hear them laughing inside. You see the couple pause for a moment to embrace. You see his hand slowly make its way up her cheek before he kisses her softly. And in the distance, from the area in which you heard this man arriving, you hear a faint cackling echoing from the woods. And the scene begins to smolder around the edges of the paper once again. And you hear a voice that you guys have not heard in quite some time, but sounds so familiar and so eerie to have jutted its way into this memory. You hear the cackling laughter of Laverna. And you hear a voice say, "To save him from this ring, you must give up your love." And the paper smolders to ash in front of you. And suddenly everything swifts, changes. You see a teenage Melisy standing, the chain around her neck with the ring hanging loosely over her chest. You see her kneeling in front of young Harmony, now about 7 or 8 years old. Melisy looks about 13. You see her place her hands on her shoulders. They stand in front of the cottage stoop. Blissful, peaceful, for the environment, but not for them. There is a sense of despondency and desperation in Melisy's eyes, and you hear sobbing from inside of the cottage itself. The woeful throes of their mother. And Harmony looks up at Melisy, tears in her eyes, and begs her not to go. And Emiria kisses her on the forehead and says, "You are the love that they need to stay together. They can still be happy, and so can you." And you feel the page burn and crumples in on itself. And you see the same man, the father, standing at the gate of the prairie. The gate itself ushered open, and you see a young Melithel standing, bright blue eyes, a teenage boy no older than 15 himself, with a small rucksack at his side, pouches and wilderness gear adorning his belt. You see Melisy walk towards him, and as he does, he takes a step forward, graciously bows, and then kneels in front of her, holds his head down and his hand aloft. And you see once again she kneels down in front of him and pulls his chin up to look him in the eyes. Tai Aeloth, he who walks forever lost with her. And you see him smile, ear to ear. And suddenly you hear hurried breath as the scenery swiftly changes to a dank, desecrated forest. You see the two of them, maybe 10 years or so older, adults now, but still quite young. You see them running through forests. It's murky, but it still looks like it is covered heavily with snow, as though it's broken through some of the patches of the treetop canopy. As they run and they pass through these piles of snow amidst the mucky, dark, murky waters where you can see desecrated logs that look like they have been hollowed and withered out. From amidst these piles of snow at the bases of trees, You see behind them, adorning the branches, twisting downwards over the bark itself of the trunk, you see these massive webs. And out from the piles of snow themselves, you see these long spider legs that look as though they are maybe 4 to 5 feet in length, as though they lurch and break out from these piles of snow as the pair of them continue to run. They reach a point where you find them against a wall, a cliffside, their backs to nothingness. You see him stand before her as this horde of spiders rushes against them. And you see suddenly Melithel emerge, shaping himself into this large white mountain lion, roaring in front of her, his mane filled with the light of stars. And you see him tear these various large spider creatures to shreds before her, as she desperately attempts to hide in a little crack against the walls. You see him in her lap, exhausted and panting, blood cracked over his chin, over his forehead. One of his eyes looks like it is closed currently, as though there is a gash that covers from the top of the eye socket to the bottom, and blood stains his face. And you can see his breath goes labored and pauses, and you hear her shriek out, "No, please, please don't go." And you see her tears stain his cheeks, forming these small, tiny ice crystals that look transparently like diamonds. And you see him breathe again and look up at her. Place one hand up under her chin, against her cheek. And you feel the weight of his hand as he pulls her head down to his, presses her forehead against his. And you hear the faintest whisper as he says, "I will never leave you, even in my last breath." And I will tell you as you awaken, you see them lifeless in each other's arms, his head still resting against hers. And we will end there.